I didn't see you there.
I was looking behind me.
Why am I even here?
I didn't post. I forgot.
Nobody tunes in for me. Nobody tunes in for anybody except
That's
you.
not true.
No, what?
It's very not true.
It's really not true.
Are those new? The purple ones?
No, the purple ones were actually part of the older set.
The OG?
They're OG. Yeah.
You guys seem to need like a lot of dice. And I'm not even talking in terms of Exalted. You guys have a lot of dice.
Well, every character has a different color scheme. I can't use my changeling dice for Exalted. That would be crazy.
And you can't use your Exalted dice for anything else.
Correct.
Okay. And I mean, you've got your dice rectangular prism set up as you always do. I mean, I've seen it on Twitter.
Yes, and
Oh, I just have the dice that I have, and that's all I need, and that's all I care about.
Good call.
I can't help but notice that Scott's not here.
Oh, yeah.
Someone want to explain?
Well,
He's arriving in like 10 minutes. Which is fine, because he's still not technically with you.
yeah.
But it does mean that there's going to be some certain difficulties when it comes to reading from the Journal of Five Paths, as we've established on Beanduck's Discord server. It's a serious
that
problem.
was such a delightful part of last week.
It was.
Did you all check? Oh, you all checked it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Oh, because we all tried to read it, and then Aragorn transcribed it, sort of, and then Scott read the transcription.
Yeah.
In a dramatic way.
It was great.
So let's have a look at this for a second. Before I start this, though, did any of you spend experience this time around?
I certainly did. I purchased my first dot in crafts, which may come as a surprise to a few. The specialty of crafts that I've specialized in is the art of baking. And I'll leave it at that.
Something. He was working with buns a lot last session.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's why you know.
Exactly. I don't kiss and tell, but...
Yes, you do. I'm relatively sure that your number one reason for kissing is to tell afterwards.
True. My friends know me well. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
River Jade,
Yeah.
any experience spent?
I bought stamina 5.
Thanks.
So it's going to take a lot to take this one out.
You've now got a lot more health levels because of your Ox Body technique. Your soak's gone up.
Yeah, it's 8.
Nice. Well done.
That's quite a bit. That's enough that I'm impressed.
Yes. That's the only reason I did it. It was nothing game related.
Now, one thing that I can say is that while I'm holding here the Journal of Five Paths, there's only a very small section. I mean, there has to be a very small section for it, because he was only here for a very small section of that session, right? So here's what I can find here. Zio, chosen of Autochton, a day later, a room in 4 lights that simply joint metallic cold floor. Nothing living has been here. The light on a pedestal, 3 levers, a boy. Athlete metal statue in the boy. Lips bleeded by grit find troquing. Sultan from statue Kernder's up the birthplace of Fileds. More
Birthplace
candy.
of Fileds? Pickering?
Oh my god, 5 Paths is in Pickering!
What is he doing there? And get out. That place is no good for the soul. Sorry, what?
I think that it means that we're just going to have to rely upon the scientific observations of Wolf once again to figure out exactly what happened last session. But do any of the three of you have any questions before?
Well, I want to know what you guys bought.
Well,
If
baking.
anything.
We've already
I didn't
discussed
buy
You
baking.
didn't buy anything.
I'm
Okay.
saving up.
Never
And if
mind.
Scott bought something, we'll never know.
It's appearance 5.
Whoa.
Here it's 7.
Imagine. What would we even do?
I would explode. I would exalt again.
I'd exalt just all over the place.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to stop me. I mean, that's fair. That's quite fair. But as it stands, Scott is not here. And as it also stands, I have no idea if Scott actually is aware of what happened in the rest of the session. Five Paths journal is deficient this week. So we're just going to have to find out another solution here. And so we will turn, as we have in the past, to the scientific observations of Wolf. I can't help but notice that River Jade's really mad at Azure because Five Paths disappeared, and she sort of threatened him, but Azure did swear an oath that he'd tell the truth, and he said that he didn't do it, that Twilights can go off on their own, so that sort of made things okay, but I think she's still pretty mad at Azure. I don't know for sure. Nyx went and checked out on to Minute, but something went wrong, and she has this really big aversion to beats.
I forgot
It's a
about
little
the
strange.
beats.
But anyway, while that was happening, Pellio and River Jade hung out with a wagon driver named Jaco, and I'm pretty sure that Pellio was trying to prove something. I'm not sure, but he ended up leaving with Jaco and his wife. They were having a lot of sex, like a lot.
Is that what happened?
And
It's not confirmed.
and that's his business, but I could hear it.
Sorry.
Is he though?
No.
River Jade and Nyx had a really long conversation about how they have their own different experiences and how sometimes they're the same. And they realize that there's been a lot of changes ever since that they had their exaltation. I decided to move on to phase 2 of my experiment, and I shared a little bit myself. I had to steal some clothes from River Jade so that I could have clothes, but now they've actually seen me. My name's actually Sight of Light, and I am here to do science. It is important to point out that I haven't decided to kill anybody yet, but I could whenever I wanted to. In the meantime, even though I wasn't there, Five Paths reappeared in creation, except he was somewhere underground in a room where there were 4 pillars of light that didn't illuminate the rest of the chamber. He fiddled with some switches and he managed to blind himself, although he got better. And he found a statue that was encased under glass, a statue of a woman. Except after he threw one of the switches, the glass around the statue broke, and then the woman sat up. And she opened up her chest and pointed at gems, but there weren't enough gems. Five Paths managed to find some more and put them inside her, and then she revealed that her name was Zio, and that she's a chosen of something called Autochton, and her caste is Star Metal. I don't know what that means, but I guess it means no one dies. Not yet. So, I feel like you've been jerking this wolf around a little bit. I kind of want to get your opinion on that. Like, this wolf's just been following you this entire time. She's been offering you flowers. She's been saying that she isn't going to kill you.
How have we been jerking her around? She's the one following us.
I mean, Pellio's been jerking her around a bit by trying to pretend to be a wolf when he quite clearly isn't.
Well, was he trying to pretend to be a wolf, or was he trying to be a wolf and not pretend?
Oh, that is a very subtle distinction.
I think he was trying to prove that he could be a better wolf than the wolf, because Pellio always has to be the best at everything.
He is very, yeah, you know, he was,
saying.
but I also think that part of him wanted to find some way of communicating on the wolves. Like there was he wants to connect. He desperately wants to connect. I mean, it's part of the reason why he likes sex. It's connection. So he wasn't trying to fuck the wolf. Don't get me wrong. That's it. How this conversation got to this point? But
why not? Is there something wrong?
What about our resident werewolf expert over here?
Yeah.
What about me? I don't think River Jade's been messing up with anything.
I think that there's a certain amount of leeway being granted to the wolf, but I'm just wondering whether it's too much. She's been following you. She's been intimating that at any time she could choose to end your lives. I mean, what has she done for you?
Nothing.
I don't know if that's true.
I mean, she got me flowers, so that's something.
I guess as far as Nyx has decided, she is a completely unimportant party at this time. She's not a threat and she's not an asset. It's just she's someone who's always there in the periphery. And until she presents herself to be either like useful or a threat, that's how she will remain.
I call not it on explaining this side of light why Pellio shouldn't doggy style to literally.
Good God.
A compellingly argued point, real brick wall.
Ew.
The night is young.
And full of terrors. There's been a bit train started in chat. People are trying to keep it going, just donating bits. We've got Room donating bits, Solo SC donating bits. I'm happy for that, honestly.
Thank you. We're little. Thank you. We're the worst.
We're the worst.
We are.
No, didn't we send Wolf off to go like scout something or look for scouts? We did that at one point.
Oh yeah.
But then I feel like she didn't come back until after everything.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. She takes time to open up.
Let's all talk shit about Five Paths for a second. Because Scott's not here.
Wow. I see.
Where do you think he's going to end up? I'm just curious what your 3 takes are for that.
Like, end up in general?
Well, okay, so
Or do you mean-
Pellio has satisfied... Pellio's really wanting to go to Nexus. Apparently really wants to bone random Port Kaelin people as we go along.
I don't think it's limited to Port Kaelin.
It's not discriminating. He wasn't like, that's what I want, yeah. I mean, it was, he's bored. He's like, well, if I'm going to be forced to go back to Port Kaelin, I might as well have a bit of fun on the way.
Okay, so then we know where he is. Nyx has managed to free the people from her town. They're headed back. That's great. But what we've seen of Five Paths is leave the place where he grew up and forsake what he knows and leave his childhood friend behind, even though she exalted at the same time that he did, and that's it. So where's he going to end up?
I think he's going to be the first to get into Limit Break.
Ooh.
That's my call. And I think that's going to have a transformative effect on his personality, because
Especially if he goes into berserk rage.
Yeah, well, exactly. Like, he's,
Oh my god, I can't imagine that.
he's... nothing. I didn't...
We weren't
Just talking shit about Five Has.
Anyway, how are you
I mean, I
guys?
literally wasn't.
Oh, hey!
Hey! Scott.
We
did it,
So
folks.
limit Greg and then some kind of fundamental Greg. Limit Greg and some kind of change in character of some kind. Greg.
Oh my god, he's an accent genius.
God, I can't believe it.
How are you?
Good, I'm well. Hello, everyone. How are you all?
How's your
everyone's
voix?
doing well? It's great.
I'm good.
Why do I not sound good?
No, I was
Sound wonderful.
just exerting it. So.
Yeah, barely. Hi, storyteller. How are you?
Doing just fine.
May I call you by your given name?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm not going to. I just wanted to know.
I don't think you've ever really referred to me by my given name ever.
This is when we learn his name. Never mind.
My given name is not John.
No, I figured it's like the longer version of it.
Yeah.
It's Jello-eaten.
No. No, impossible.
Johnny boy.
Whoa, Johnny boy. You guys for my dice and things? I'm so jazzed.
This is for you, because your appearance is now 4.
I thought you might want to.
He knows! I'm so jazzed.
I still love the fact that the Dollarama sticker is on the back of the mirror.
Of course.
They don't have to know.
A mirror. A mirror. Ah.
Indeed.
Well, I'm glad to see a mirror.
A mirror.
So lately, I've been reminding you of some of the achievements that have been put down here. Those achievements, a lot of them have been earned. Less than a quarter of them have been earned, though. Oh yeah, there's a lot of these achievements here. I'm going to give you some names of them, and I just want to know what you think they represent. Your guess.
Okay.
Your guess here.
I can't wait.
So, Sword of Damocles.
No. I wish I remembered that myth.
The first to wield an artifact?
An artifact weapon? I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
To execute somebody under the law.
Under the law. Thanks
Yeah.
for that distinction, because
Yeah.
you've already
I've done
that one.
Yeah, no one's
No, like-
Damocles yet.
Okay.
That's fair. I like that.
Nice.
A
Lawful
lawful
execution.
What do you think?
I'm with Jess.
I'm with Jess.
And Jess's was
The first to use an artifact weapon.
okay. Well, you're all wrong.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just to let you know, we're just gonna do one more here.
Throw it away,
Because
boys!
one more here. Kick under the table.
We did this one.
Yeah, I know, but I know that there's some theories as to what it means.
The first player to attempt to initiate a romance with a fellow player character.
Okay.
Ah.
The first PC to attempt to initiate PvP combat would be my guess.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
because I tied his shoelaces together.
Yeah, but it wasn't earned. Did you earn it?
No, but we almost earned it that session. I remember, and I don't remember what the instance was, but maybe.
For what it's worth, I hope it's PvP.
Oh yeah, because I almost I had my foot on you. I was stepping on you.
True. Yeah, we were close.
I was close.
We were close, maybe to both.
You never know,
You know,
with
I mean-
the evil side of the table what they're gonna do next.
Yeah.
no, we-
will they fight? Will they?
We
These
don't
crafty
know.
little
We never do
bastards.
know.
What?
It makes me think of something you sweep under a rug that you don't want other people to know about.
Okay.
Hiding a body? I've already done that.
Or sweeping under a rug, like a lazy form of cleaning. The more literal.
I
sense.
resemble that remark.
That's fair.
They're coming over.
That's fair.
Throw it all in the closet.
Should we get started?
Were either one of those right?
No.
I don't think they'll tell us.
Can someone timestamp that for a GIF, please? That wink.
Oh,
Thank
a
you so
classic.
All right, but we can get started, I assume. Yes, everybody's ready, willing, able. Well, I'm pleased. All right. There is a rule. There's a rule inside a very, very heavy book, one that currently Amir is leaning on. There's actually two rules that I wanted to look at today, and that are the Golden and the Orichalcum rule. You see, in every role-playing game worth its salt, there is a warning that says, look, if the rules don't work for you, you can change them. If you can find a way to make the game better, you can change it. It's a rule that we've had to use many times already here on Cold-Hearted and on Elements. One thing that I will say is that we apply that also to lore. Those of you who aren't in Beanduck's Discord server don't know, but I've already made a disclaimer that there are certain elements of the lore that I am deliberately ignoring from previous editions in order to maintain an air of mystery. Not a lot, not enough that the game is unrecognizable, but enough that players are going to have to keep guessing. They can't just check things in a book. The answers are not there. They're only here. But in reality, the important thing about a Golden or Orichalcum rule is that it isn't only applied by me. It's actually applied by everyone here at the table, and then also, to a certain extent, you watching at home. This is our game. We've invited you here to sit with us, watch us, play with us. We're paying attention. At the same time, we get to call some of the shots on our own. So I want to remind you four, as we continue playing, that if there's a rule that just isn't working for you, let me know. Maybe it's not a rule we need to keep. At the same time, if there's a rule that's just holding you back because you don't have the creativity to move past it yourself, or for some reason you can't handle your character being deficient in any way, you can go fuck yourselves. It is the following. Well, no, you had actually woken up the next morning. So you're apart. Do you want to state exactly where you are, Scott?
5 Paths is leaving the birthplace of cities. Some sort of, I know, right? Some sort of wonderful underground metal vault in which he encountered a strange creature that he powered up. And you'll forgive me, John, but the word I'm remembering is autochton, but I'm massacring it.
I like the fact that you claimed that you powered up this creature as opposed to you turned on this creature. That helps.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you mean? I didn't turn anybody on, okay? Thank you very much.
Not yet.
But we're not going to start with you. We're going to start back at
Pellio
the
hasn't
procession that's gone back. That's gone back to you. Ready to set out for another day. According to Azure, who again is no longer with you, 5 Paths should reappear in creation at some point soon, although at a place of power. Whatever a place of power means. Hunting has been relatively fruitful, so everyone is eating well. It should be pointed out, though, that you probably wouldn't want to drag this army through the same location more than twice, because you'll start depleting the area pretty quickly of food. But for now, you're fine.
River Jade and Nyx had plans last session to start to train Minute in just how to survive, get through a day.
Survive.
River Jade was going to fashion some of the extra weapons that she has.
Yeah.
Nyx is going to work
Some
with
of the
Minute
children's
on
weapons.
sneaking and not being seen.
Yes.
Well, that's what we're all about today.
Hey.
When does Pellio rejoin the group?
What do you mean rejoin?
He staggers out of the woods. He's not walking particularly fluidly. He's he got a bit of a. It's unclear whether it's a limp or just some kind of. He's harboring some. There's some discomfort when he walks. And he turns to his two companions. Jacob, Mona, I'll never forget you.
Wow, got their names wrong.
Can I ask River Jade and Nyx to roll your perception awareness, please?
Yeah.
Actually, this will be wits awareness.
Yes.
It's not join battle though. Don't freak out.
That would be so funny. Okay, Pellio comes out. Join battle, I guess.
Why though?
4 successes.
I got 4 as well.
Pellio, are you wearing your scarf?
No, I'm not.
You distinctly notice that Pellio is not wearing a scarf.
It's a clone killer.
Hi, River Jade.
Hello. How are you today? Well, I am well.
Are you drunk?
Nope.
Did you enjoy the sex?
Oh.
You were having a lot of it.
Well, yes.
I'm gonna go check to see if there's
It's-
breakfast. You probably need breakfast.
Can you fetch me something alcoholic? Would be lovely. Thank you. It was wonderful.
7 a.m. But, okay.
I'm just
The people of Port Kalin have proven themselves to be not only courageous, but quite experimental in their tastes. To my surprise and delight. And I'll leave it at that.
Not there. It's
You're an intelligent person.
Thank you.
You're observant. Is that an important part of being an actor, is being observant?
Keen senses, like a wolf. Hearing, listening, reacting.
Did you enjoy the Congress that you were experiencing repeatedly again and again yesterday?
God. Oh my God.
Did you find yourself enjoying the sound of our Congress?
That doesn't answer my question, but I'll answer it if you answer mine.
Okay. The answer to your question, Wolf,
Liz's face says it all right
is
now.
that
Incidentally, she doesn't look like a wolf.
Important distinction.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
She's wearing
incidental.
River Jade's clothing, but it's a woman kind of lithe. There are tattoos from behind her ears, and they go down her neck underneath the tunic that she's wearing up top. Silvery hair.
yes, your voice sounds quite familiar.
Yes, I thought it might be.
So you changed your shape, I see. It's quite a convincing costume.
This is Sight of Light.
Sight of light.
Jay comes back, gives you some food and drink.
Did you enjoy it?
It's water.
I said alcohol, please.
I couldn't find any.
Fine, thank you. Did I enjoy it? Yes, I did.
Okay.
I
Then why did you
howled-
get their names wrong?
I didn't get their names wrong.
Yes, you did.
Jacob and Mona.
No.
Yes.
Townsfolk making.
Yes, Jacob and Mona. Come on. Oh, those are the names. I should know what their names are. Come on. I've been with them all night.
The only name he was screaming
Okay, so
was
are
Pellio.
you? Is he deliberately getting their names wrong, or Amir, are you misremembering?
No, he's deliberately getting their names wrong.
Okay, just checking.
No, Amir knows.
Oh, I remember the people up. Fuck.
Amir, come on, please.
It's like, I don't take many notes. What I do?
But I watched the streams back.
And the
and the screams back. Ooh. So no, Pellio has misremembered their names because they were crying out his name the whole time. He wasn't crying out theirs. And that's essentially as complete a synopsis as I can provide you.
Do you have any willpower spent, by the way?
I do. I have 1 willpower spent.
So you should regain it because you had a.
He didn't sleep.
Yeah, he did not sleep.
Yeah, but I'm giving him the equivalent of a 2-dice stunt just for what he just said. For the rest of you, however, you did sleep the night, so you can regain 1 willpower if you need to. Yeah, you too. Actually, no. What am I
Right?
saying?
I
You
don't
didn't
think so.
sleep. You
I think
didn't
I just-
exist.
I guess. Okay. Well, tell me how you really feel.
That is how I really feel.
Quite literally what happened.
We're going to be moving on in another hour or so. River Jade and I have work to do
I
before that time. So,
can't sit on my horse today. I will need some other means of
Do you want me to
transport.
carry you?
Oh, could you?
thinking walking.
Yes, I absolutely could carry you. Do you want me to?
Please, yes. Could I hop on your back?
Oh, I just established what you want, not what I want. I don't want to carry you. I want to see you walk.
I would also love to see you walk for
well, I'll-
5 hours.
It'll loosen your
straight
muscles.
today.
You'll feel better. If I carry you, you won't feel better.
No, I think I just need to relax. Can't I sit on one of the wagons or
You could
something?
always go back to Jayco's wagon.
You could ride in the fire dust wagon, I guess.
I'll suppose I'll pop by Jayco's wagon.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yes, he was getting quite tired by the end of it. Poor thing. Full of bluster, but really no
Shall we?
endurance.
Yes, please.
We're gonna walk away from Pellio and
Enjoy the
his
food.
sore ass.
He didn't say it was his ass.
I think we know.
You know, Pellio, for the record, I imagine there might be a lot of times where you're going to need somebody to carry you. Literally, figuratively.
Sight of light?
Yeah,
I can take care of myself, thank you.
I know you can. At least I know that you think you can.
Can you teach me to become a wolf?
I could try.
That was a bit of an odd segue, but I would really love to learn that trick. I like pretending to be animals. It's a sort of acting exercise. To be discussed later.
Of course. After all, there is a certain matter of finding out whether you can and also convincing me to actually do it for you.
I'm quite persuasive.
I
And he
know.
winks and walks away.
I can kill you anytime I want.
Sorry, what?
Oh, I've said this repeatedly, that wasn't a veiled attempt to have you not hear it. I can kill you anytime I want.
But you wouldn't want to. Because I'm charming, and you like my company. And I can protect you as well.
You're a lovely experiment. I'd hate for it to end
Right.
prematurely.
Isn't one of the central principles of the scientific method to not interfere in the experimental process? Surely killing me would be quite a flagrant interference in your experiment, wouldn't it?
You're a wonderful actor.
Thank you.
And she just keeps walking. Following River Jade and Nyx.
We're heading over to Minute with a plate of food.
Yeah, I've already fixed some of the weapons because I did it last.
Yes, it's true. We were talking and you were fixing.
So he's sitting and standing up. He's not 100% on his feet, but he looks like he's doing a bit better now that he's had a chance to rest and eat. And he still smells a bit like beets, but
I hold out the plate of food to him.
hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
Training starts now.
What?
training starts now.
You just handed me
I
my
told
breakfast.
you yesterday. Eat it fast. That's your first lesson.
If I eat it
Sometimes
fast, I'm
you
going to
don't
be
have
sick.
time to eat. So just, we have to start because we have to keep moving.
Okay. Your brother starts trying to push food in his
not a
mouth
teacher.
like a little faster than he normally would.
You got this. I believe in you. Yes. Okay?
And take it with you, and we're gonna go a little ways away to the forest.
Yes. Minute, I haven't properly introduced myself. Hi, I'm River Jade.
Oh, this is River Jade.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
I was the one that ripped the cage open. I don't know if you remember that.
I thought that was a dream.
No. I have some weapons for you.
And he like looks at your arms and just sort of like scans them for a bit, like you ripped a cage open and you're acting like that's not some kind of weird thing to say. And he tentatively takes the weapons from you.
River Jade's gonna teach you how to use some basic moves with these, and I'm gonna teach you to stay out of sight and recognize when people are sneaking up on you,
Yeah,
and how to track and how to forage for food
if we have time.
as much as we can before
Yeah.
we get back to town.
Oh, okay. Sure. Sight of Light is not approaching, but you get the impression that she's absolutely watching what you're doing. Just calmly. Minutes holds every weapon like he would hold a knife. Minute knows how to walk quietly right up until the point where there's anything that he could potentially step on. Minute is at least trying. But I'm going to have both of you roll your charisma leadership.
Leadership.
We don't have leadership.
What?
That's changeling.
Son of a... Presence, then. Fine. Fuck.
Man, sure wish you had the.
You know, like, you run so many storytelling games in one fucking week, and you're going to just mix things up.
One success.
You can make up a leadership stat if you prefer.
I remember one
I
stone.
got 3 successes
God.
on 5 dice.
So charismatic. So charming.
So he starts to pick it up a bit. You know, he starts to sort of get it. Now he knows deliberately to try to walk on the outside of a path if the path is strewn with leaves. Now he figures out that he can't hold everything like this, and that some weapons need to be held like this, or like this, or like this, or like this. Probably not like this. Oh, sure, it could be.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
At lunchtime, I bring him more food and have him sit on a log and eat the food while River Jade and I attempt to sneak up on him. He knows that we're around.
Okay.
And his task is to point in the area of the woods where we are before we get to him. He wanted to rest. I'm letting him rest. Come on.
I love it. I'm down.
Solar Exalted. He's never going to be able to know where you are.
Learn, man.
Yeah, are you actually taking it easy on him at all?
I do it first, yeah.
Aw.
But me taking it easy is still probably pretty difficult.
It was her giving him food in a place to sit down. That was taking
That was
it
me
easy.
being nice. You said you wanted to sit. Sit.
Okay.
The 4 pillars of light are still illuminating the room, and the steam is starting to be absorbed into the air. So it feels much less dry, but still comfortable. Again, there's still that very long hallway that leads down into who knows where. I totally just put my hand in the shot, I'm sure. And this statue, this person who claims to be one of the chosen, is still sitting on the bier, now having closed her chest. Her hair now in motion. And she just calmly looks at you.
Right. You are to become a city, and you want someone to bring you to where that is going to happen.
No. I will become a city. I don't need help. Just time and power.
What kind of power?
What do you mean?
This is all very new to me.
Yes, I imagine it would be.
I'm still trying to... I've spent what little I have had of my life so far trying to untangle the web of knowledge that I have about what essence is, what it does, what it can do, what the limits of it are, if any. That is where I draw my power.
Essence.
Yes.
Hmm.
Do you know this word, this term?
I am aware that it is something that you use. My modules do not work the same way. The ones you've installed are strange.
I simply did as you asked. I know many things, but I've never seen anything like this before.
I told you we must remember this place. But do you wish to remain here forever?
No. I think we should leave.
Yes. And she lifts herself up and with a tiny hop lands on the ground. She's taller than you are. It's quite apparent now as she stands. But every movement she makes is just fluid. Almost as if every time a joint moves, the metal melts and then reforms when she's stopped.
I have a question for you.
One of many.
Yes, one of many. I found you here, inert, as it were. Almost as if you were waiting for this. Who were you waiting for? Who was to come and bring you to life?
You.
I see.
It wasn't anyone else.
No. You don't remember someone having put you here, or you don't have any memories of the time before?
Do you have memories of when you sleep?
That's so deep. No, I don't. Right. But from before, you were never awake. I see. I believe that you were constructed by something or someone with more knowledge and perhaps more control over their power than I do. What?
I believe you were constructed by someone who had no knowledge of how they were doing it.
Touché. I hope you
Why do you believe that what is natural for you could not be natural for me?
Because you and I seem different. It's not arrogance, I promise you.
She puts her fingers on her sternum? Question mark?
Something.
And then reaches out and she puts her fingers on yours. And now the metal doesn't feel as cold as it did before. You can tell that also her fingers don't have 3 joints. They each have 5.
Yo.
And they also seem to not necessarily have to bend in one direction. but can create whatever movements she needs. And she presses on your sternum for a second. You have friends.
I do.
Where?
When I left them, they were...
Do you wish to rejoin them?
Yes?
Then we should go.
Do you know where we are?
The birthplace of cities.
Right. Well,
That.
I'll... perhaps you should lead the... No, let's go together.
Yes, we can go together. Do not forget this place,
No.
in case I do.
Why would you?
What once was put in can also be taken away. And she turns, and she starts heading down the hallway.
Yeah.
And as you continue to walk down the hallway, the lights behind you, just one by one, go out until you're walking in darkness. And then, instead of it being darkness, those same lights, these strange lights that only have, directions as opposed to floods,
Right.
light up all the length of the hallway. Shadows don't cast because there are none directly in front of you. But it's enough to know where the tunnel is going. Until you reach the end and you see that there is a single rope that looks like it's been there for forever plus 1 day, that stretches very, 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 very high in the sky.
Is it sort of in some... like in is the structure around
Cylindrical
it?
tunnel.
Yeah, that's the ticket. How wide could I reach it from the rope?
If you extended your arms out as wide as you possibly could, you'd be about halfway.
Oof. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not... Okay. Well, so no running up the walls for me. That's for
I
sure.
mean, you could. It would take you a long time to get all the way to the
Right.
top. Do you actually have spider? No, so then
Not yet.
no, you could.
I can't wait.
But there is a rope.
Yeah. I motion to her, and I motion to the rope. Would you like me to go first? Perhaps you don't have a preference.
If you go up first, will I be allowed to follow you?
You don't seem to need my permission to do anything.
If I go up first, will you catch me if I fall?
Yes. You seem very important.
She jumps, and the sound just sounds... And as she grabs the rope with one hand, she then just starts pulling. And instead of doing a climbing action, she just yanks on the rope, and it sends her another couple of meters higher, and then again, and again, and again, until she manages to make it all the way up to the top. And then she jumps up and then lands on a ledge.
Okay. But I can see this at least. It's not so high that... Anyway.
No, it's not like 7,000 meters high. It's maybe 50 meters high.
All right, well, I'm going to climb up after her. I'm really interested to know how her mechanical or structure works so that this can happen, but now is not really the time. I'm going to climb up after her.
Okay. I want you to roll me your dexterity athletics. The difficulty is going to be 2.
Okay. Okay, we can do that. Gymnastics as a specialty?
Sure. Why not? I like gymnastics.
Me too!
I saw the one first and got scared for you.
Me too. Fuck! Oh, my back! 3 successes.
So you can't make it up quite the same way.
No.
You're not relying on just sheer strength to get you up, but you manage to ascend, and once you roll out onto the edge of the on the ledge, you see that you're coming out, and it's a cave. The cave is only sitting just slightly above the tree line that you can see, and you can see out, and in fact, you can see from where you are the Port Kalin procession. They're only about 100 meters away.
This is incredible. There's no way for you to know this, but those are my friends. Those are the people I am looking for.
Oh, and she steps out of the cave and just starts walking through the underbrush. I'll point out that at the moment, she doesn't have an overtly sexual appearance, but she
Right.
definitely looks like a metal lady who is not wearing clothing walking towards this group. She'll
Right.
attract attention, guaranteed.
Right. Wait, please, wait.
She stops.
I would like to go and let them know that you're coming.
That makes sense.
You don't... Do you remember any time before this?
No. Clearly I must have memories.
Right. But perhaps we left them there.
Perhaps. Or perhaps I have not yet accessed them.
I understand.
You were very kind.
I am very curious. I wish I knew more about where you came from, is all. Well, yes.
I do too.
And we will find out, but just give me what...
But you wish to warn them that I am coming.
You might startle some of them.
Why?
You're
I mean them no harm.
I know, but you're very arresting. Unusual. Stick out a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
I suppose.
I'll be right back. Quick as a flash.
So she stands ramrod still.
Okay. It's very disconcerting. The five paths kind of like dashes off through the underbrush. I don't think he's attempting to like sprint up and like jump on anyone, but he's moving pretty fast. And he can move pretty fast when he wants to. And I'm gonna try to find one of these three. Or all three at the same time, who knows?
We're hiding. Yes.
Now, if you had emerged from this particular place about 8 hours ago, you may have come across a very different scene in the woods. As it stands, however, as you start running up, you see Nyx's brother pointing at you as you start approaching.
Oh.
I'm good at that.
I
got that one easily.
Right, you sure did.
I wanna pop over in the grass. 5 paths?
5 paths?
That's right, I have returned.
I hear that voice too. I know that voice.
River Jade's just gonna run up and she's gonna go to hug you, by the way.
I will. I do one of these and I accept that. Not weird, just like, just like, yes.
This is how we
Not
hugged in
weird.
monasteries.
And I come in for a hug too. I want a hug too.
Pellio.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you? You're different.
I am.
Can I have a hug? And
Of course.
I give 5 paths ascending.
Wait, is
I should
River
ask
Jade
you.
in the middle?
I should ask you 2 questions. First, did you bathe at all?
I have not had the opportunity to bathe yet,
Okay.
post-coitally.
Am I I'm still in this hug.
And second, could I ask you to roll me your perception awareness, please?
Yes. 3 successes.
Pellio smells like he's been exerting himself considerably.
Oh. Considerably.
It's a long hug too. It's a
Has there been trouble?
River Jade's just gonna
Oh.
slip out from between you and just kind of awkwardly.
there's always trouble when I'm around. I'm trouble.
Right. No, that's funny, but what I meant more was, did you have to run anywhere, fight anything? You seem
There was some running, some combat, conflict, tension.
Yes, I wanted to apologize to all three of you. Minute, I'm sorry. I know I interrupted something here, but
Where did you go?
I did not go anywhere.
You did not. Did you? Were you invisible? Were you here the whole time? Were you watching that?
Watching what?
Nothing.
A silver-haired woman
We don't need to.
peeks her head around. He means the sex.
The what?
There was some sex. Sex is when two or more people enter
I
into.
received a very fine education in Numa, thank you.
Right. I'm sure you did.
And I arch my eyebrows and I look to Nyx, and then I furrow my brow and I look to River Jade? Oh.
No?
And then I look to Minute? No, I don't.
Don't look at me.
Wolf?
Wolf's not there.
Oh, sorry, silver-haired woman? Sorry, who I don't know who that is.
This is Side of Light.
Wolf.
What?
I'm glad to see you're back.
Thank you. I am glad to see you changed.
Why? Do I make you more comfortable if I look more like you?
I find it easier to predict the actions of those that I understand, yes.
Oh,
A wolf might jump and attack or something.
don't worry. I could still kill you anytime I wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Again, I just wanted to apologize. It was not something that I understood what to do. A feeling came over me. I was able to remove myself from the situation.
You removed yourself from existence.
Yes.
I couldn't
Terrific.
find you, and nobody's that good at hiding.
You can't find something that doesn't exist, Nyx.
So you thought, hey, maybe I could do this trick. And you did it. What did I tell you?
This is how you said essence works.
Can you teach me?
I don't think so.
Why?
You can't do what he
different.
does, Pellio. You can only do what you do,
I
or who you do.
think more to the
So
point, Pellio, I don't think you'd ever want to disappear, truly. Am I wrong?
He looks at you for a beat and then he just walks away.
What?
Where'd you go?
Five Pass said something bad. What?
Where'd you go?
I don't. Actually, just over there. And I point behind me.
As
Oh.
so as Sight of Light walks past the lot of you to look in that area, she's not like walking,
Right.
just going. She's just kind of moving closer to the edge. She slips something into your hand.
Okay. I would like to look at it.
It's another small flower.
So sweet.
I just kind of like do one of these and then just like my face goes a little red and then I just kind of like put it in my pocket. My buff
You were gonna say
jacket.
bra.
I was, and I was like, I don't think that's a thing. So,
Yeah, that's absolutely. Undergarments are absolutely a thing.
but
in
it would
creation.
also have to be like under a buff jacket, which is also containing some like moon silver.
Admittedly, you
There's like a
probably
lot
don't-
happening in this buff jacket. So
plank when you move.
yes, essentially. I think you also gave me jade, and I put that in there.
Sure, yeah.
So,
Sight of Light, wait. Sorry. There's not too much to explain, but I have a new companion, someone who...
Congratulations.
Thank you. Not like that. It's...
Who is it?
I don't know exactly. She is to become a city.
What?
Yeah. Right?
like
Oh, Pellio's...
queen of
I
the
mean,
city.
he's just like,
He's like off.
by.
He's just sulking.
He's sulking by a tree. He's having a bit of a maudlin moment by a tree, but he can hear, so he turns around and walks back.
I'm sorry, Pellio.
Don't be.
I,
Ooh, can I read intentions on this? On this?
On what?
Would you like to reflexively increase your guile?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
What's your guile at, bro?
5.
Pellio's got the moves. He's got the skills to pay the bills.
I'm going to explain in as brief detail as possible while this is happening
What just occurred?
what occurred and the fact that there's a metal woman waiting for us and that, yeah. She gave me her name and I don't remember it. It's in the journal, but
Zio.
Zio, thank you. It's in the journal, but you know.
You should have your journal.
My journal. Thank you.
That was such an earnest reaction.
My
journal.
6 successes.
Oh,
And what are you trying to do?
So I want to know if he has any intimacies toward his legacy or being known for something, like fame.
Oh.
Well, that's an interesting question.
He has. I mean, those are interesting questions. I'm wondering, like, which one of those questions are you asking, or
like,
all of the above?
The idea of like making an impression
Yeah.
on the world. Like he doesn't want to be forgotten. He wants notoriety of some kind.
Okay. So you've just asked the question, which will have me reveal all of my intimacies.
Oh
No,
No, not really. No.
literally.
He has.
There's one that I'm going to give you
Oh, cool.
that I'm going to pick from your list.
Okay.
I will bring honor to my family. It is a major intimacy.
Oh,
So there you go.
thank you.
That was what I was going to say.
Well, then there you go.
I was going to say that too.
I'll say that to you.
And Nyx clocks this and finds it very interesting because he's never mentioned any family members before.
We are blithely ignorant.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening.
She starts scribbling down in the Journal of Nyx. The Journal of Nyx is in her head.
Fuck you.
It also has that cool S.
Yeah.
Draws.
Yes.
Like the Superman S?
Yeah.
It's funny.
What do you mean she's gonna be a city?
And did the city make you more pretty?
Is she still standing out there?
She is.
Oh, yes, you're actually quite a bit more attractive than you were.
Noticeably.
Thank you.
Distractingly.
Well, you don't have to. When I left creation, when I left existence, I was nowhere. It's not a matter of, oh, I went on a little trip, this, that, you know. I ceased to exist, but when I was reformed, perhaps my essence was a bit more structured. Perhaps. Does that make any sense at all?
No,
Right.
but that's okay. I'm just looking at you.
Okay.
I'll nod my head to anything you say at this point.
Are we going to leave the woman
Take
out there
advantage
forever?
No,
Will she rust?
I don't think so.
Is
It's
she an ally?
Is she made of metal?
of a kind. I don't know much more than that.
If we sneak up on her and push really hard, will she topple over?
I don't think we need to do that either. Yes. Or at least, she certainly means me no harm. She could have destroyed me. I helped her find some of her parts.
So you created what is potentially a very powerful being and you don't know if she can be trusted or not. And freed her from some kind of prison.
I trust that if
So maybe she's in your debt? That would be good.
I don't want to think of it like that.
And what do you want to do in 5 paths?
Minutes like, is the lesson over?
Go back to
How about I hide?
the group minute.
Okay.
Oh.
You smell like beets.
You did really well,
I
Minute.
know.
I'd rather smell like sex than beets, personally.
Sex. Do
Do you mind if I write that down real quick? That's funny.
Cats, boots, cats, boots, cats.
Sex, then beats.
Then you whisper, Chewy. Chewy. Chewy, chewy. Chewy, chewy.
What was your question?
How can you trust the creature?
And what are you looking to do with this creature?
We are part of a legacy that stretches back thousands of years, if not much longer. We do not know any of it. This being is one of the only ones that we've met that might be a connection to that. She might help us unlock some of our power or become something that we might be able to ascribe our names to.
Is that what she told you?
No, I'm extrapolating.
Okay, so she's going to be a city. Where is the city going to go?
I don't
Do
know.
we have a say in this? Can she replace an existing city? Bring her to us. We'll talk to her.
There are many questions.
Where's Buttercup?
Are you okay?
Oh, yes. I'm... Oh, yes. He just passes out in the grass.
Oh no.
I am. I
Do you want food?
No. Thank you.
Water?
Yes. Thank you.
She runs off to get water.
It's good to see you.
And you.
Right. I know this wasn't the plan.
Plans change.
We can go our separate ways if she is not to be of use on our way to Nexus. We are still heading to Nexus.
I should hope
Once we
so.
return these people, yes, we
Yes.
are going to Nexus. I need to see what's in that safety deposit box. What's in the bank? I need to see what's in the bank.
What's in the box?
I will.
Need to see what's in the bank.
I will get her. I want to tell you, I think she might be very valuable, but of course, no one would know that. She's not a known quantity. Does that make any sense?
I come back.
Oh, hello.
I have like a pitcher of water.
I take it and I
Like a
sip
satchel
like
thing.
relatively daintily, I guess. Thank you.
Who might she be valuable to if she's an unknown quantity?
Well, people who know more than us, or people who think they can leverage power for money. So that's Nix's head, but your face is just like,
Yeah.
right, obviously? Right. I'll be right back.
But I'm one of those people.
Or, you know what, come with me, come with me, come with me. Sight
I'll
of
go.
light, you too. Please.
Okay.
We can't all go, can we?
Why not?
Good question.
I know it's weird that we're all traveling together.
Yeah.
It's strange.
I'll go wherever you're going, Five Paths. I enjoy the view.
Gross.
I don't have anything to say to that, I don't think.
So are you headed back?
Yes, we're headed back to find Zio.
All right. So as you all head back, I'll point out that she is again a tall woman, metallic body, silvery hair, which is currently flowing just a little bit, but not silver in the same way, like metallic, I should say, not silver. She looks functionally nude, but like her body is a sculpture, essentially. So while she doesn't have any brazen sexuality about her at this point in time, she is very clearly a nude woman standing like a statue made out of metal. River Jade, I'm going to ask you to roll your perception crafts, please.
Yay!
Difficulty is 3. Adding some dice.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What's my difficulty?
3.
Oh yes, you said that. I was still distracted.
I
by
sure
that.
did.
That's more than 3. I can see that from
I
here.
got 6.
The metal that she's made out of, those texts that you heard about, that you read, those texts that related to the 5 magical materials,
Yep.
One of them was described similarly to this, but it's said to be extremely rare. Star metal? She's not a solid hunk of star metal, but there seems to be some alloy in there that you can detect with your finely toned eyes.
Enhance.
Yes. Just puts on her Terminator glasses. Terminator eyes.
So Real Brickwall asks, I wonder if Zio, as Data would say, fully functional. Yes, she is, but she's just not. She's currently standing like a ramrod statue. So, there's I'm standing around naked, and then there's I'm standing naked, and it's more the second than the
Really hope
first.
she just says that over and over.
But before we actually get a
Better,
chance to
you're
talk
cool
with
with it.
Zio,
Yeah.
I think it's time to take a break. So we'll be back in 5. We'll see what we can do to talk to a fully functional Zio.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Oh.
Now that we're back, I'm compelled to wonder. I'm honestly compelled to wonder where the fuck that scarf is.
It's a mystery. I think someone will have to ask Pellio.
It's the greatest mystery of all now.
I kind of hope none of us ever ask him.
But I want to ask.
Wolf could ask.
Wolf can ask him. Your agent on Earth.
Wait, Wolf wouldn't ask. Wolf has other things on her mind. Like the metal woman who's just standing there.
It's true. There's a woman made of metal who is naked, standing there.
Does she have an appearance rating? How does that work?
Oh, the statue?
Yeah.
Yeah, she absolutely has an appearance rating.
Cool.
Would you like to know what it is?
Yes.
I'm not used to hearing that from someone who isn't Liz. You have to understand.
Says this every week.
And yet, it keeps happening. That's good though.
Her appearance is effectively 3.
Okay.
Not a 4, is it?
iPad's still better looking than statue. God, he's an Adonis.
I want to paint him.
He does the disc throw thing,
Yeah.
the discus thing.
Have you changed from 5 paths to 6-pack ascending?
Yes, yes. And then when he drops his hottest mixtape of Creation 302 or whatever, he'll be Tupac ascending, obviously. Oh, come on. That was pretty good. I mean, I just kind of went with the...
You know how you know that something's pretty good? When you have to say, oh, come on, that was pretty good. It just really
4.
solidifies that.
He spits fire, guys. Performance 0, though, so Pellio, you can
Spits
take these
fire.
lyrics.
We're so glad that you came here to this, the last of Full Party. Join us now for Full Disappointment.
Oh.
764. Thank you very much.
No, Scott.
Oh, no, nobody's into it. Oh, God, okay. Okay, all right. That's
Tough crowd.
Tupac is rolling in it.
What are you going to do?
It's great.
As you do.
We ready?
Yes. This is Zio.
Hello. She just looks like, so the statue moves just, and again, that sort of almost liquid movement in her joints as she turns her head to face each one of you in turn.
Zio, these are,
Your friends.
yes, my allies, that's right. River Jade, Nyx, Pellio.
Are all of you also chosen of the unconquered sun?
Yes.
I told her it seemed like the right thing to do.
It's just like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You're made of star metal.
It is how I am cast.
That's really fascinating.
Good? She knew. You have perceptive friends. And less perceptive friends?
We all have different
Damn.
talents. River Jade is a blacksmith. I would assume she would know much about the casting of metals.
Have you made others?
I've only weapons, not like you, but also not from magical materials either, although I plan on changing that at some point. But wow.
We came out of here, and she points to the cave behind her, though I don't have memories of what happened before, only that it is the birthplace of cities.
And you are to become a city.
Yes.
Well, where?
Inside he who chose me.
Who chose you?
I want some of you to roll, in fact all of you I want you to roll. No, I want Pellio to roll his perception awareness. Only Pellio.
Can I possibly roll a lore roll on the star metal fact?
Nothing!
Okay, I'll wait.
I also have I have 3 dots in danger sense.
Yeah, that,
Do I?
you have danger sense.
Or have danger?
Yeah, there aren't
There, it's always-
levels of danger sense.
Okay. Well, then I have
So
danger.
you're gonna roll an extra die, please.
That's all I wanted to know.
Just want my extra die, man. So much more color.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
God damn, I love Exalted.
You know instinctively that you're in danger. Something bad's about to happen.
I sheathe.
However, you didn't feel this when you first approached the statue. You only feel it now.
We have to go now.
What?
Take your weapons out. And prepare yourselves. Something is approaching us.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Thank you. So I'm dropping back.
Actually, it's that's Mantis.
Right. with the-
Can I go into stealth?
I mean, you can hide in the cave, you can go around the cave, you can... Yes, you can enter stealth, but it depends on what you're trying to do.
I'd like to go up a tree.
Okay. Sure. Ticket.
Would you like me to roll for it?
No, I'm just going to assume that you enter stealth.
So
I
I
just summoned my hammer.
unsheath Slash Dance and I cry out in full actor voice, "We can hear you!"
Pellio, maybe we shouldn't alert the people that things that are trying to.
No, it's good. Bravado.
It's a decoy.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Zio just stands there. She has no weapons to draw. And Sight of Light just is looking around, and she also does not have a weapon to draw, so she's just looking.
Might be a good time to become a wolf again.
Would you like me to?
Unless you want a weapon.
I don't notice anything wrong.
Pellio, what did you hear?
I didn't hear.
It's like a tugging feeling right around your intestines, just like a...
I felt a tugging feeling right around my
It's like-
intestines.
It's like when you feel like you're about to shit your pants. Like
Right.
No, it's not that. It's more like your stomach is just dropping in your body.
I think I need to have a poo. I think I've got to...
James just said it's all because like that. We know this.
That's
Sorry.
a 3-dot merit, folks.
okay. 5 pass.
Yes.
How do you feel about going up in some trees? Maybe.
Let's have a
seeing
look
if you can
around.
See anything?
Yes.
You can start to hear horse hoof beats. There are several horses from a distance. They're approaching at a gallop.
Wolf, can you become a wolf again and go and scout out how many of them there are up there?
I could.
That would be delightful. Thank you.
Will you?
And what colors they're wearing.
Okay.
Yes, as much
Thank you.
information as you can get, really.
And just before you, she pulls herself down into the form of a wolf, so that your clothing just sort of drops around her, fur sprouting as she comes down, and her tattoos glow briefly before they get absorbed back into the form.
Incredible.
Wow.
And then she lopes out.
I'm going to learn to do that one day.
You have to eat an animal's heart. I'm gonna jump up the tree, just using my strength to climb up the branches.
Okay? The same tree that Nick's scuttled up into, or?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, and I'm joining next. No, I'm going to a tree that's like on the other side.
And I'm going to extend my hand to Zio and say, "Come with me."
She reaches out and she takes your hand, and there's just a look of ultimate trust on her face.
Such a bad. Oh boy. I'm going to dash off kind of into the trees. I'm going to try to find a thicket or like a small copse maybe or something to try to hide her within. Not near the other people. But then I want to go back to the group, the camp. The camp? The caravan of people.
So, Nyx, you're up in the tree.
Yeah.
Pellio, sorry, what were you doing? Are you just standing there? Everyone's sort of left now.
Yeah. No, I want to go and crouch down next to where he's placed Zio and guard Zio as much to the extent that I can.
So the wolf returns to the area, and then in that same sort of voice that you hear, there's 4 of them. They were in the camp before. The other members of the Serpent Sting? They're riding hard.
Okay. Cool. From my position in the tree, can I scout and see where where exactly they are?
Sure, there's so they must have taken a kind of a roundabout route, but they can move faster than you can, obviously, because there's only 4 of them.
Yep.
But they're all astride horses. They're approaching from the east. They're approaching fast, and they are definitely approaching your location.
Where we are not the.
They're not headed to the caravan. They're headed to where you are.
Okay. They're coming this way from the east, she says as she jumps back down.
I'm still.
Does like a little swing and then lands on her feet.
But are you on the ground now?
Yeah.
I'm still at the tree.
So the horses,
Okay.
the horses now break through part of the tree line, and they're now visible as they go right up towards the cave. At which point they slow to a stop and they swing themselves off the horses. So these are 4 people. However, they're no longer wearing what they were wearing while you met them at the camp before. They're now wearing definite chain vests on their persons. Each of them carrying weapons. Some of them with one of them has a diclave.
Oh boy.
One of them is carrying a set of short diclaves, similar to the ones that you saw previously with.
Lady Rain?
Yeah, and 2 of them aren't carrying weapons at all.
Would it be possible they're facing the cave or they're facing us?
Well, they all of you are hidden to a certain degree, right?
That's true. Yes.
So I'm actually going to ask. Nyx doesn't need to roll. Everyone else, I want you to roll your wits stealth, please. Your difficulty is only 1.
I can reroll. But I won't.
Oh, compassion 5 dawn cast. Mangani, just
I remember compassion.
with you.
I remember compassion.
Compassion used to be a stat in Exalted.
Oh,
But that's
okay.
that's you for sure. I think I got 2 successes.
I have 3 dice to roll.
You got this. Jess.
4! I got a 0 and 2 8s. It's my day.
I got 1.
You don't have to roll.
2 successes.
Okay, so you are actually all hidden as they trot out and then they swing off. One of them looks to the other one. All right. We know the caravan's down there. We know that we saw something, a statue outside this cave. They're here. They must be here and they must be close by. Keep eyes alert. We need what they stole back.
Welp.
Fuck.
We need Azure.
Did you steal him?
I steal Azure.
Do I recognize the Serpent Sting member that had a secret, kind of message for me when I was at the camp? Is she there?
Yes.
Oh.
She is one of the ones who is currently unarmed. You want to remind people about that secret message?
She revealed a piece of white ribbon, or white lace, if I'm not mistaken, and basically helped me get that other dude out of the tent so I could steal shit from the tent.
Do I mean, I'm crouched in behind a thicket, but I mean, is it conceivable that I could get back into Borthwick in the condition that I'm in right now? I didn't mean it like that.
It is a role that you played.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It would take you some time,
Yeah.
but we'll see how much time you have. Are you intending to do that?
I am. That is my
Okay,
intention.
so I'm going to assume that from now you are attempting to get back into that character.
Yes.
And I'll tell you if you manage to successfully do
Okay.
it or not. Anything else that any of the rest of you are doing, or are you just still observing?
Circle around behind.
Okay.
I'm just behind the tree, like kind of crouching down and watching them. Hammer is still in my grasp.
I would like to shimmy my piece of black ribbon from my pocket and see if I can drop it near that.
So she's not close to the tree yet. Right now, if you dropped it, somebody else would notice
I'm
it.
watching for an opening where she would notice it only.
All right, I'll let you know if that opening is up. I am going to ask for a die of luck. Who wants to roll it?
A what?
A die of luck.
Just roll one die and you hope it's not a
Okay,
Yay!
I'll do
You
it.
can do it, Jess.
One die,
This will be the
please.
time I botch, right?
I can't wait.
4. Okay. You go along the caravan, take your armor off, make sure that they can't recognize you, and see if you can find any of them. And the person who was your contact nods and swivels her horse around, and she moves into the tree line. You can see her as she just pulls off her chain vest and then heads down, moving towards the caravan, now looking like yet just another person, another member of the caravan.
I'd like to try to follow her.
Okay. Then I'm going to have to ask you to roll your stealth. So now there's 3 in the clearing.
Is this wits or dex stealth?
This is going to be dexterity stealth. Do you think that they got into here and they start nodding towards the cave? The one holding the diclave shakes his head. I don't like it. There's only 3 of us now. For all we know, there's more than we understand. We're outnumbered. This isn't a fight we want. You're pretty sure that you're not detected.
Can I see like where Pellio and 5 Pass are?
You saw them move into the tree line,
Okay,
so you
so I
know
can
the general
see where they
direction.
went.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to move towards them?
Yeah, I would like to.
Because 5 Pass broke off. He's maneuvering to flank, if I understand correctly.
Yes.
Okay, so then I will stay put for now.
Okay.
I have something weird that I want to try.
Nice.
This bodes well.
I can't wait.
I would like to try to use like. I don't even know how I'm
No,
gonna do
you
this.
got this.
I would like to crush up one of the blades that I have, like the kids' ones, the metal,
Okay.
as fine as I can without making a noise. Have a reason.
Oh, that's good.
I would like to like put it in something, like find a way to like disguise it as the moon silver.
So the moon silver that's in your thing is liquid.
Yeah.
So there's no, you can't make this metal liquid with your hands and expect it to stay that way.
No. But is there like any water nearby or like anything?
Make
So
sludge.
it's in a glass sort of tube.
Yes.
So you can and you're holding metal swords which you want to crumble up. I don't know if
Okay,
this is going to work out.
Okay. It was worth asking.
It is worth a shot. However, that's more of an application of larceny than it is an application of crafts.
Okay.
To trick somebody into thinking that something is something else. And
Okay.
believe me, it would be a monumental task to trick anybody into believing that moon silver is.
I figured it would be like very difficult. It was more for like a quick distraction.
What is your larceny?
It's 0.
So then.
Yeah. It wouldn't work.
Bridget has 0 larceny?
Of course. I don't know why that's
Do
surprising.
it. And you see one of them reaches into reaches into a pouch by their horse and pulls out a jar that has this big red ribbon tied around it.
Oh, that's not good.
And a fuse coming out of the
Oh,
top.
that's so bad.
Just flicks his thumb up and then just this burst of flame, which he touches to the edge of the fuse, and he rolls it into the cave. And Zio tenses, and she gets up and she starts walking towards the cave.
I grab
You're
it
not with her.
I grab it, Zio.
Okay.
As presumably as Borthwick.
I assume you...
Has it been long enough for me to?
Roll me 1 die.
7.
Yes.
Okay. And I've also used Flawlessly Impenetrable and Master Thespian reflexively.
Somehow I
You
knew.
suspected as much. I tackle her to the ground.
Interesting. Okay. I want you to roll me just your strength brawl.
Oh no!
Your difficulty is... Well, it's contested. It's a contested roll. So, go ahead.
Bubkiss. It's not a botch.
It's not a
but
botch? All right. No botch, but a failure. So you reach out, and your shoulder just goes clunk against a metallic form, and you fall down as she strides out, and she says, "Don't, not that." And the guy holding the jar just bounces it in his hand, the fuse still ticking away.
So he hasn't rolled it towards the.
Well, he rolled it, but now he's gone and got it and picked it back up. Oh, this? You're not one of them. And there's this confusion as they all turn to look at her.
Can I use this confusion to take an action?
I
I would love my action to be, I'm going to leap out from the tree line. I'd like to trip him and knock the jar up into the air as high as I can, and then try to drag him away. The guy who's holding it.
All right. So we're going to see whether you manage to successfully ambush.
Yeah.
You have stealth, but now you are leaving it.
Yes.
So,
Guys, it's
what was
happening.
the original success that you rolled on your stealth?
2 successes.
All right, let's find out. I'm sorry for banging that microphone.
As
That
he's
microphone about
doing
as hard as
that, can I?
Pellio. Oh, what?
Sorry, what, John?
Hey.
As like I see 5-pass like kind of emerging from his stealth, I would like to also go towards one of the other people in the party.
Okay, well, first let me roll this.
Yeah.
Then we're all going to roll some join battle,
Yep.
and we'll fuck ourselves up. Oh,
Oh dear.
he notices.
Nope.
So it's still an attack.
Yeah.
And it's still it's just that he can apply his full defense if he wants to this. So you're going to roll that attack, and then we're going to roll join battle.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
No, actually, we're all going to roll join battle
Join
because you
battle?
need an initiative to start.
Makes sense.
Borthwick isn't joining battle.
So you don't roll join battle.
Yeah. I'm just.
That's cool.
Would
I'm
make
gonna
sense.
I'm gonna hop out from behind the thicket and oh, sir, I found you. I found the other one. I found the spy, sir. How can I help you, sir?
Okay. So
Yeah.
I would be very distracted, for what it's worth.
And I'm not rolling join battle because
you're not there.
Not there.
all right, here we go.
Get it together, buddy.
So I'm going to say that we have our initiative tracker. It's starting up. Folks,
Yas.
sing me your initiative.
6. Did you really want us to?
So 5 paths ascending is 6.
Yeah.
I'm rolling my shitload of dice
Okay.
because I spent 7 modes.
7 modes. I spent
done.
a bunch of modes, but not enough, clearly. That was a good choice for Virgil.
Two.
I have 12.
River Jade going to 12. Nice.
Yeah, Bar
Nicely
Jade.
done.
Yeah.
And
Way to Don.
Thank
the
you.
the 3 Serpent Sting people who are here. Leave that down. Okay. So we have as our initiative 5 paths at 6. The 3 serpents each have 7, 8, and 9, and River Jade is 12. So Serpent 1 is the one with the diclave.
Okay.
Serpent 2 has the short diclaves. And Serpent 3 is unarmed.
Which one has the jar that bypass was going
That's
for?
Serpent 3.
Okay.
All right. Ready? First is River Jade.
Okay. So, I...
Actually, no. Technically, first it's 5 paths, and you're the only
Yes.
one acting this round.
Okay.
Yes, that
Because
makes
this
sense.
is your
Right, because I get to roll my action.
surprise.
I get to roll my action.
So go ahead.
Let's do it.
What are you doing?
I'm emerging from the tree line in order to try to get a low sweeping kick. My goal is to trip him so that I can knock the jar up into the air.
Okay, so you're attempting a disarm. That's a gambit.
Yes, it is. But I don't have a ton of initiative anyway, so I feel okay with this.
Okay, so make your decisive attack,
I
please.
cannot remember what the difficulty
The
is.
defense that you are up against is 6.
Hey. Gotta go.
I'll give you 2 dice for that.
Thank
Go.
you, sir. Coming up.
And then be ready because we're going to roll next, and then you'll get your social as well.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You said 6, eh?
I said 6.
Yeah. So no.
So no, in which case you're going to, because you failed your gambit, you're going to lose. This was a disarm that you were attempting?
Yeah.
Okay, you lose 4 initiative.
Oh. It's fine, River Jade. I'll distract them. Quick, do something.
So gambits are contested by their, or not contested,
Oh, wait a
but
second,
are
here.
up against their defense?
Just hold on, let me check this
Yeah.
quickly. He rolls his damage, and it's the damage that is against the difficulty of the gambit. First, he has to hit with a decisive attack.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That makes more sense.
Because otherwise, you wouldn't be able to like dodge an attack. Well,
Yeah.
anyway,
No,
Okay,
for sure. It was,
so-
yeah, but it wasn't listed here.
Round. River Jade, you're first.
Okay. So I'm going after Serpent 1.
Okay.
I would like to pull myself onto the lower branch, run across it so I'm closer to him, and then swing down with my hammer using Excellent Strike. Which I've spent my motes, and aim for their shoulder that has the, that's holding the diclave.
Okay, and that's a withering attack that you're
Yeah,
attempting?
it's withering.
All right, 2 dice, 1 success, 1 willpower, go.
Nice.
While that's happening, I should point out that he turns to you, sees this happening, and he says, "It's an ambush! We got ourselves one!" And he just lifts his diclave in an attempt to ward off this blow. His defense is 5.
Cool.
Go.
Cool.
That's a lot of dice.
Oh my god.
No,
hands
nobody
are
regained emotes because we didn't really have a round of combat. We had a whiffed disarm attempt, and no one else did anything.
While this
You
is
get to
happening,
regain emotes once you've actually done something in combat.
am I allowed to
Burn.
perform a social action while this is taking place?
Sure.
Okay, so given that the unarmed serpent has seen 5 paths coming for him, I run up to the Serpent 3 and I'm like, "Sir, I'll carry that for you, sir, while you deal with this ruffian."
He just looks at you, and he spits at you,
Oh my god. Northwick.
and he just brushes past you. You are nothing.
"I want to help you, sir. Please let me help you deal with these monsters."
Okay, successes?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Probably drop out of
11.
Northwood.
11
successes.
Yeah.
How many motes did you spend?
I spent 1. So I spent 3 to enact. I didn't. It's too late. I already picked them up. I didn't use the reroll ones, but that's fine.
You rolled how many successes?
I rolled a lot of zeros.
11
11.
successes.
Yay, Jazz.
Oh boy. All right. Okay. That's 5 for your threshold. Roll your damage, please.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Sorry, Jeff.
that'll be Serpent 1's attack, then 2, then 3. Serpent 2, I'm going to just say he's going to turn around and he's just going to gang up on you,
Yeah, that makes
5 paths. He's going to take his short diclaves and just walk right towards you. And as you have attempted your uppercut, he's just going to try to place one of them underneath your arm and then just stab you in the armpit because he doesn't like you.
What's his soak?
His soak is 10.
How?
That's why you rolled.
All right, John. Well, he's
Julian
coming up to
threshold.
shank me under the elbow, so I'm going to try to trap his. I'm going to try to parry by trapping his sword with my arm, wrapping it around, and removing it from my body. I don't know.
Okay, that's 1.
Okay.
What's your defense then?
6.
6? Great.
Jazz, you're on fire, dude.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6.
6? Okay. So, River Jade, your initiative is now 19,
Yes,
and
queen.
Serpent 1 is down to 3.
I don't know how.
Okay,
I don't
so Serpent
understand.
2 does successfully strike you. That's 2 threshold successes, and is going to roll damage.
I have a soak of 3.
5 paths.
I'll take it. I'm going to get crashed, aren't I? Yeah, for sure.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
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 He, the real pain of it, though, is he only got 2 successes.
Ah!
But it's enough. That puts you into crash. So Serpent 2 is now up to 16.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Holy smokes.
Serpent 3 turns to 5 paths
No.
and just sneers. This is the one holding the thing after pushing past this pathetic cook, who, incidentally, they all recognize was throwing lard at this tent.
I thought it was water, sir. I'm sorry.
And you see that he just balls his fist up. This is no martial art, but he just straight up slams his fist directly, or rather, he's just going to try to slam his fist directly into the side of your head.
Cool. I'm going to reach up to block with my forearm and try to poke at one of his, a pressure point on his elbow as he's coming in.
Okay, that's 1.
Yep.
However, you have a -1 onslaught penalty, so your defense is now 5.
That's right. Onslaught. We remember that.
5. What we do now, 6.
True.
So that's,
Yep.
again, 2 threshold successes. Your soak is still
3.
3.
I'm gonna activate Mantis after this.
Oh.
It's probably a good plan.
I can't reflexively do that anymore, though. Too bad.
Still only 2 successes, though.
Okay.
But that puts you now at -2,
Oh god. 5 paths. No.
No, I'm gonna
and Serpent 3 is now at 10.
go ham into this.
5 paths, it's
Yes.
your action.
Excellent. So I've been really thrown off balance, but stepping back and raising one foot up into the air, I want to leap up and drive the points of my fingers down into the shoulders of, let's say, Serpent 3.
Okay.
It's a withering attack, but I'm attempting to, hammer on the various sensitive points of contact here.
Okay. Okay. As you start bringing it down, he just looks at you and he's just like, and he just widens his shoulders as if to give you a better target.
Nice.
Go.
That's awesome.
His defense is 5.
Spending some oats.
In the meantime, Pellio?
Borthwick is having an absolute panic attack. He's losing his mind. He's screaming at the top of his lungs because he thinks he's about to die. So I'm pretending like Borthwick is going berserk, and in a kind of clumsy attempt to run away from the scene, runs directly at Serpent 2 in an attempt to knock him over.
Okay, so that means that you are in battle.
I am joining battle.
So roll join battle.
Okay.
Pellio.
But I'm still in character? Can I be in character and join battle?
Yes, you can still be in character. However, he doesn't. You're going to drop your charms abilities because he's not a good, or you have to roll crappy because he isn't a good fighter. Of course, again, you don't have much brawl anyway, do you?
No.
Okay, so you don't have to talk character because you're not good at what
He's
you're
not
attempting.
acting, folks.
No, you're just, bundling into them.
Successes?
Yeah.
9 successes.
9 successes, that'll...
Fourth threshold.
3. One for the hit, 3 for the... And please roll, his soak is 12.
Well, I haven't. 11. Yeah, I have an overwhelming of 1.
Yep, go for it.
Yep, success.
Every little bit helps.
It sure does. I'll
That
take
puts you to 0, so you're still technically in crash,
Okay.
but you do put Serpent 3 down to 9.
Do I get? Nice. Oh no, 1 success. You're right. Yeah.
Pellio.
9.
So Pellio,
I recognize.
you'll
that
be able to
board.
do this next turn.
Okay.
However, next turn
I am concerned.
won't happen yet.
Oh.
Nyx.
Hello. Hi.
You see that she's just wandering among the caravan. She's lifting up things to look at, what appear to be beads or blood. Maybe she's as gullible as you are. Not really. But she's moving around and she's asking, and then you see that she makes eye contact with Minute right as you arrive on the scene.
I want to walk up beside her.
Okay. As you're starting to walk up beside her, she is heading directly towards Minute. You can interfere, like you can speed up and just interpose yourself between the two of them if you want.
I just want to keep. I'm walking side by side with her. Walk with me.
She immediately diverts from Minute and just starts walking next to you.
Keeping things super cash, walking beside the caravan.
And she
away
lifts an
from
apple up and then just pops it with her elbow up into the air, snatches it out of the air, and just pulls off a meaty chunk of it into her teeth.
Meaty chunk.
A meaty
A
chunk.
meaty chunk of apple.
What are you doing here?
What are you searching for?
Well, you stole things from us. They want it back.
You're gonna need to be more specific.
She offers you the other half of the apple.
I'll take it.
It's not that simple. Some of the things that you took, I don't mind getting in trouble over. There's something else, though. The scroll. I need it back.
What's it guarding?
I don't know. But I need it back.
I need to find out what it is. Can we make a deal?
I thought the deal was that I already helped you.
I mean, I'm offering a chance to not go up against countless anathema.
Anathema now, So this is how it goes. I help you, and then your response is that you threaten me.
I'm not threatening you.
So when
I'm
you say,
saying they don't know that you are a friend.
but you'll tell them,
I'll tell them something.
that's a threat.
That's not a threat.
We're done here. And she
Wow.
turns, what do you want from me? What do you honestly want from me?
I want us to go our separate ways.
You want to keep your ill-gotten gains.
Yes. Wouldn't you?
I didn't steal what I was trying to protect.
Are you wholly a member of the Serpent Sting, or do you have some other game?
I've got my reasons for moving with them.
I didn't ask your name. That's a sign of respect.
I didn't ask for yours.
I know. So let's talk. Maybe we can both get out of this alive and then some.
I'm trying to get someone out.
Who?
A member of House Sinus is trying to leave.
Where are they kept?
I imagine that they're currently moving with the army, and I tried to stay, but if I can't bring back at least one of the items that was stolen, they're not going to trust me anymore, and it's going to be harder for me to get him out. You understand?
I do. But you're sure he's not here?
No,
Right.
he's not among you. He's currently with the other encampment. Subcommander's reaming him.
I need to make a copy of this.
Yeah, that's fine. How soon can you do it?
I look at the scroll. How tough would it be to try?
How much larceny do you have?
I have
4 larceny.
So it'll take some time. Your good buddy 5 paths, it would take a lot less time.
No, I'm dying.
I'll start now.
All right. It's going to take you to copy this exactly. It'll probably take you an hour for each roll you have to make.
Okay. Okay.
But it's only an hour.
What could possibly go wrong in an hour, right, guys?
I want you to roll. And this is going to be a perception larceny, because actually writing the thing down is not hard. It's being able to tell the differences.
Okay.
So perception larceny, your difficulty is going to be 3,
Okay.
and you need 3 successes.
Okay.
So in other words, for every roll you make, if you roll 3 successes, then you get 1 success towards your thing. You need 3 threshold successes to beat this.
So I need 9 total successes?
No.
Oh.
It's just that for each roll, if you only roll 2 successes, you get nowhere.
Right.
If you roll 4 successes, you get 2 to add, because the 3 counts as the first one.
Oh, okay.
So if you roll 6 successes, if you roll 5 successes, then you've got the whole thing
Okay.
in 1 hour.
So 5 is what I want.
Yeah, go
All
for
right.
it.
Well then, let's spend a willpower. Well, bam. That's 5 with the willpower.
Okay, so as you start, you're like, this is going to take an hour, but you even the wax seal, you can get this done.
Okay. I'm down to continue our conversation.
So
while I
she
do this.
she leans up against one of the wagons while you're doing this. Is that your brother over there? Looks like you.
It is.
I gotta tell you, it was not pretty what they were doing.
Everybody here deserved a second chance.
He bore it well. I know that's not great to hear,
He
but
needs to bear it better by not getting captured in the first place. It's not his fault I wasn't there. That's on me.
we were looking for you.
I know.
Apologies, by the way. I didn't know you were...
Doesn't matter. You did what you had to do. I would have done the same.
It's fair. I'm glad we can be professional about this.
Of course.
Do you want another apple?
Yes.
Back to death.
Oh, perfect. I love death.
So it is round. Regain 5 motes if you haven't already.
Wait. If my committed is my peripheral, am I allowed to move? Oh wait, no, I put that back. Never mind. Ignore me.
Sure. That's easy to
Hell
do.
is going on?
River Jade, I can't ignore you because it is your turn in initiative. I'll remind you, River Jade is at 19,
Yeah.
Serpent 2 is at 16, Serpent 3 at 9, Serpent 1 at 3, Pellio is
Right.
also at 9, And 5 paths ascending is whopping goose egg.
I'm coming out of initiative crash, guys. It's happening.
Nice one.
Everything's coming up. 5
5
paths.
paths.
River Jade, go ahead.
I would like to now take my hammer and I'm doing a decisive attack
Okay.
to break his wrist with my hammer. That's holding the weapon.
So, are you attempting a disarm?
Yes.
Okay. So, what we're going to do here is you're going to roll your. So, is this a disarm, or are you specifically also trying to? Is it a called shot to his wrist? Because a called shot to his wrist is going to do damage. However, a disarm is a different thing. That's a gambit.
I guess it's a called shot because I'm aiming to break his wrist.
Okay, so you specifically just want to break the wrist that he's got holding that. Okay, well, that's a thing that we do.
Would that be a decisive attack or would that be something else?
Well, in this particular case, I don't actually remember if Exalted Third has called shots in it. So that's an interesting question. I don't think they do. Somebody in chat might be able to educate me, but if I remember correctly, because of course there's 3 different fucking Exalted systems in my head, and there isn't a called shot specifically to try and do that one thing. Let's see what the chat is saying as it's coming in. It would count as a gambit. It's a gambit to inflict a crippling wound. No called shots, but you're allowed to make a gambit for anything. I'm just sad to see him getting... Okay, people are sad about 5 paths being crashed. So what I'm going to say is that this is going to be a gambit.
Okay.
We're going to say that this... So a disarm normally is a difficulty 3. I'm going to call this a difficulty 5.
Okay.
If you succeed at this, it's going to do a limited amount of damage, so it's capped. You can't do more damage than that. However, it will make it so that he can't use that wrist.
Okay.
Good?
Yes. What am I rolling though?
You're rolling a decisive attack.
Okay, so it's
against
my
your
decisive
opponent.
attack.
So as you're aiming for his
No
wrist,
worries.
and this is the guy with the die clay that you're doing?
Yeah, it's Serpent 1.
Serpent 1. So as you're aiming for his wrist, he looks up, and there's just this disdain of like, a hammer when I've got this.
For now.
And he just attempts a flourish
Yeah.
with his dieclave, just enough to sort of glance the hammer out of the way in an attempt to just make you look absolutely foolish.
Okay.
His
okay,
defense is
okay.
6. Roll your decisive attack.
Okay. I'm allowed to add up to 9 dice for 9 modes.
Yep. You can up to double your pool of dex roll, right? Or dex.
Because my pool is 9.
Your pool is, I assume your pool is 9.
Yeah.
Whatever your.
So I can add up to 9 dice.
Yeah, you
Sure.
can no more than double your pool.
That's correct.
Okay.
Unless you're using charms that adds.
Yeah, 5 paths. You read the book, I get it.
It's funny because I love charms.
Does your hammer do bashing damage or lethal damage?
It does bashing.
Okay, great.
And it also says smashing.
Okay,
But I guess it would be bashing.
so go ahead. Let's see if your gambit works.
9. And oh my god.
Oh my God, Pellio, no!
I'd like to hear.
Nick's out. We've got ourselves
spend
into
an hour
trouble.
Zeros don't
making a
double.
Zeros don't double for damage.
They do
but they
here,
do
though.
double for this roll.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, cut back. We're all just like.
I'm just
punching each
eating
other,
an apple or-
falling all over the place.
Or
Cut
bread.
back to you. You're like, oh, that looks okay. That's pretty good.
7.
Okay, so that means that now you're to roll your 19 dice.
Okay. Cool.
You need to get 5 or more successes,
Okay.
and you can't increase this roll by anything.
Yeah.
Your initiative is going to drop.
Yep.
By
to
6?
3. Oh, only by 6?
Yeah, because it's a gambit. And remember, you can't do more than a certain amount of damage to him.
Right.
Doing great, buddy. Can I assist you? No.
So 19 dice.
I got this.
And bleh.
Fistfuls of dice.
And here zeros do not count for double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you've got the 5. That's all you need. There's no
Okay.
need to
Sorry.
count more.
Okay.
So your hammer comes down, and you manage to smash it directly on his wrist as he's doing his flourish.
Nice.
I'm going to say that that's going to do 2 bashing damage to him.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
But his wrist, you can feel the small bones in his wrist just and as he like drops the diclave on the ground, he realizes that he probably shouldn't do that. But it's on the ground right now. So your hammer has smashed him exactly where you needed it to go, which means that it's now Serpent 2's turn. He's the one with the short diclaves. And he is going to, he whirls around, looks at you. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not playing fair.
I thought it was pretty fair.
And he's going to take both of his diclaves.
Yeah.
He's going to flick one up with his finger
Okay.
up into the air, almost as a distraction before he dashes forward with preternatural speed, trying to drive it directly through your buff jacket. This is a decisive attack. What
Okay.
do you do?
So I would like to. Am I allowed to use a charm right now?
It's like a locket that like a soldier wears, and the bullet just hits the locket, so everything's fine. We've all seen Hot Shots Part 2, right?
Yeah.
Just a bunch of silver liquid spills
Yeah.
down my pants.
Oh,
I
my
pee silver.
blood.
So what are you doing?
Can I enact a charm right now?
Which charm would you like to enact?
Oh wait, no, it has to be after an attack hits me. Never mind.
Okay.
So I would like to kind of like do one of those like Matrix moves where like my body bends backwards, like so the knife goes above me.
Terrible is the done.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your defense? +1?
So I'm my soak is 8.
No, your defense.
My defense
Your evasion
is
or
yes.
your evasion in this case.
Parry.
my-
It's going to be parry.
it's parry. Really?
Her parry's better than her evasion.
I don't think it is.
The hammer comes up and just like.
So wait, give me a second to find it. It's on here.
I have it here.
Yes, you're right. Parry 6.
Sweet.
I can add some motes to that.
So you can, with your parry,
Yep.
what
Add
you
up to
can do
4
is
for
you can
8.
add, for 8 motes, you can increase it by 4.
Okay, I'm going to increase it.
And was that parry 6 plus the one that John added?
So it's 7
So
actually.
parry 7.
Okay, so it's 7.
And you can add, for 8 motes, you can, so for every 2 motes, it's going to go up by 1.
So ridiculous.
Okay,
Yes.
9.
Okay.
I
Are you
spent.
spending that from your peripheral?
Yeah, I spent 5.
Okay, so, bonk.
Yep.
And have you spent any other motes this round? Because for your gambit,
For my gambit, I did.
where did you spend those from? Personal or peripheral?
I spent them from personal.
Okay,
I
so
only
then
spent
this is
1
5 from peripheral. Okay,
and
so
then 4 just now.
here we go.
Yeah.
So you increased it by 2.
Yes.
That means that you're currently rocking a parry of 9.
Yep.
And she looks great doing it.
Well, of course you.
It's super sweet.
And I just punched the mic again.
You
because,
can do it,
That's me.
River Jade.
So let's see how this goes.
My diclaves.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Thank you, John.
1, 2,
no.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh my god,
9,
there's so many successes.
10,
It's a lot of
11,
successes.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
So, John, now I would
Yeah.
like to enact Spirit Strengthens the Skin.
Okay, which does?
Which is 1 mote per damage die removed.
So wait till he gets together his
So-
damage pool and then you
Okay, so what is your...
My
What is
soak
your
is
soak?
8.
Because, sorry, soak doesn't apply to this because it's a decisive, so
Okay.
what am I saying?
Cool.
So, my initiative is gone. Come back, initiative.
So this is the.
Yeah,
I'll read the charm.
so my initiative is 16, so 16 dice is coming at you.
Okay. So this The solar channels essence through her enduring toughness, hardening her skin and muscles beyond their mortal blah blah blah. After an attack hits her, but before damage is rolled, she may increase her. But soak doesn't.
Yeah, this is
apply.
soak, and that's not applying.
Isn't
This
there
is a
also
decisive
Oh
attack.
wait, so I have another one.
Yeah.
Durability of oak meditation. Against a withering or decisive attack, this charm reduces raw damage by 2. Against a decisive attack, it also grants the Exalt 4 hardness.
Okay. Well, the hardness won't apply, but I will reduce the raw damage by
Okay,
2.
well, I'm spending my 3 motes for it.
It's a good thing to do. All right, we ready?
You got this.
1, 2,
Oh god.
3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh my god.
9, 10, 11.
How though?
What the fuck?
It was in front of you.
That's how.
I know it
So,
was. That's terrible.
River Jade, I will point out that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 health levels.
Yep.
So you're not dead.
Cool.
Everyone can cheer.
I'm very glad I increased my stamina
Yeah, that's a
before this session.
good choice.
So you have just taken
Yeah.
11 lethal damage. You now have a -2 wound penalty, although you also have pain tolerance, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fucking kill Serpent too, because he's reset to base initiative. Destroy his ass!
Crashed me too, so let's go.
So that's his action. So when he says that he's going to ram this thing into your chest, he does.
Oh, fuck.
It was how many lethal damage?
11.
Cool. So all of my -0s, -1s, and -2s are gone.
Yep. Oh, no, I did not count 10s twice. The dice, they
Yeah.
were not...
He just rolled a stupid number of 7s. There
Yeah.
were a lot of 7s.
That's cool. That's cool.
So,
that's cool.
and then
good.
after he does that, he pulls the sword out and then turns and just lightly catches the sword that he used as his distraction
Yuck.
and just kicks you off his sword.
I hate this man.
Fucking kill this guy. I'm not even there.
Pellio.
So Serpent 1 is now unarmed, right? Because he's...
Serpent 1 is unarmed. He's dropped his diclave on the ground.
Broken wrist.
and just in
broken
terms of the positioning of the 3 serpents, so Serpent...
They're all standing basically in a formation together.
They're feeling pretty good.
And right now, River Jade's on one end, and Five Paths is on the other, and you kind of stumbled your ass into the middle.
Okay, I'm not dropping out of Borthwick, but I'm going to run while their attention is distracted. I'm going to run and grab Slash Dance. And then as I run, pretending to go and get help, and maybe even muttering, "Oh, I'll go get some help, sir. I'll be back soon." I have Slash Dance positioned along the ground so that as I'm running past them, I'm taking a swipe at the Achilles tendon of Serpent 2.
Oh,
I'm trying to slash at the Achilles tendon with a withering attack.
Oh, Serpent 2?
When you'll slap.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this.
Put on your dancing shoes.
So I'm going to ask you to make your withering attack roll. I'm going to give you 2 extra dice for that. He isn't really paying that much attention to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
So his defense I'm going to lower by 2. So his defense currently is 4.
Hot.
I just anti-stunted myself.
1,
I see.
2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. 2 threshold. Go ahead. Roll your withering damage, please.
So is it? Tell me what the withering 2 threshold meaning that
What's his soak?
His
damage
soak.
plus.
So, yeah, it's your
Right.
weapons damage plus your strength.
His soak is 10.
Okay. And I can't bump that, can I?
Nope.
3,
Not without charm.
3, 2 strength, and then
He has melee charm.
2 thresholds.
Yeah, and then take 10 out of that.
Yes, right.
Absolutely the worst. Soak is literally the worst. Although, I guess it
This
makes
is
sense
why
now.
we decide to wear armor.
Yeah.
This is why we
Thanks,
get charms to
River Jade.
increase
Well,
that soak.
If River Jade survives after today, she will be making some armor.
Pretty good.
This doesn't count as 2 though.
Withering?
It
Yeah,
does
withering
on
it does.
withering, just not on decisive.
Okay, so 3.
3. Well, that crashes him.
I helped!
So, Pellio, that means that you are going to gain 9 initiative. That puts you up to 18. Which puts you in very nice position.
Something, something, something. He was in very nice positions all day.
Serpent 3.
Sorry.
Serpent 3
I was
just
cheering.
shoves his chest against this useless mantis-style practitioner and turns to look at the Dawncast as he recognizes from the sunburst on your forehead.
Yeah, fuck.
And just cracks all of his knuckles once and then just drives his fist directly into your face.
Okay.
This is a decisive attack.
So what can I do with the amount of damage that I've...
You're on a -2, which
Yeah.
means you're still up.
Okay.
But you also have pain tolerance,
Yeah.
I'll remind you.
Cool.
So specifically for pain tolerance,
You should have already implemented that on your sheet.
yeah, I think you may have. We're just checking. Is it pain tolerance or is it pain resistance? What is it
What's pain
specifically called?
tolerance?
Pain tolerance. All right.
Which I can read.
Pain tolerance. While the character still feels pain, he's better at coping at it with most. -2 wound penalties are reduced to -1, while -4 wound penalties are reduced to -3. So you're actually only at -1 right now.
Cool.
Go.
It's
Okay.
very good. Yeah.
So, now can I use one of these resistance charms?
No, because it's a decisive attack.
Oh, it's decisive?
Yeah, well, yeah, this is a decisive attack.
Okay. Well, I am going to stunt the shit out of this.
I would recommend
So,
this. You may also want to boost your defense. So go ahead.
But how do I boost my defense?
You can spend motes.
Motes per
Lovely.
one.
Let's
Because
start
you can
glowing.
parry his fist with your hammer.
Okay, it's my right. I can add.
So your defense is currently at 5. This is important because she's in a bad place.
John, can you let me know if her anima ever gets pronounced enough that I can see it?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
I should also point out that something is going to happen at the end of this round that is important for people to take note of.
So, John,
Yes.
am I able to spend my 10? This is what I would like to try. I don't know if it's possible. I would like to spend 10 motes and my
Okay.
willpower
Okay.
to make myself like big and scary and enact my cast thing.
So
What's it do? Your casting.
the Dawncast anima effect for this particular thing, what you're trying to do,
Yeah. this is the time
what
to
I'm
do it,
imagining
but
right
I'm
now.
trying it.
Do it.
so for 10 motes,
Yep.
all of the Dawn's combat and movement charms without sending reset conditions automatically reset. That won't help you. The Dawncast inspires terror in her foes. She adds half her essence round up to all dice and intimidating social actions. That's also not going to help you.
No,
Not right now, but you can just try to intimidate if you wish.
I would like to. Yes, I would like to.
But
Will
you
it do
don't
anything,
have 10 motes, 1 willpower effect to help you here specifically.
Okay.
So
then
you can
maybe
try to
it doesn't
intimidate
make
him so
sense.
that he doesn't attack you,
Yeah.
but that's not probably as good as spending motes on parry.
Okay. Let's spend motes on parry.
So, but however, if you give me a great intimidate as part of your parry, that might be a great stun.
Cool. So I would like to, as I stand up, I'm also spending 8 motes. I'm spending 8 motes then of peripheral, so I'm now starting to glow, I guess.
Yes.
Combat.
Now you're glowing, but you're not quite at bonfire yet.
Cool.
Dangerous game.
So I'm now at 12 for my soak.
So 12 for your soak or 12 for your defense?
Sorry, my parry. 12. Or
So
sorry,
you're at
10
5.
for my parry.
You're at 5. How many motes are you spending to
9
increase?
for my parry.
You're spending 4.
Spending
8
8
motes to go up to. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now you're at 9.
Okay.
And then what's your stunt?
So I would like to stand up as tall as I can.
Okay.
Flex my arms.
All right. Flexing. You
Yep.
flexing on me?
Yep, I'm totally flexing.
All right.
I would like to take the bit of blood that is on my wound, and I would like to throw it at him and say, "Bring it."
You
All right.
spit some blood out of your mouth.
Your
too.
defense is 11,
Yes, and I spit blood out of my mouth.
Yes.
which means that you also will regain 1 willpower
That's
for
good.
this.
I don't rest, but
So your defense is 11,
yes.
and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 dice.
Okay.
Now, 11's a very good pool. I would have to roll very well.
You have been rolling very
Yeah.
well.
That's true.
Interesting.
Ready?
Serpent.
Am I gonna die?
Let's find out.
Oh God.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes. So he hesitates. He drives his sword forward, and there's just this moment like, yeah. And then as he swings, your hammer manages to beat it away, despite the fact that you literally were just run through a moment ago.
Yeah.
Oh, you technically would have had an onslaught penalty, but it will still be enough for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
And so that means that his attack has failed.
This is Serpent 2,
This is Serpent 2.
who was an initiative crash.
No, sorry, this is
Serpent 1, who was unarmed. So how
Serpent
does it-
3. Serpent 3.
Serpent 3 doesn't.
Yeah,
have
he was
a-
moving with his fist.
Okay.
So Serpent 3 is going to lose initiative
Wait.
for his attempt that failed. We now move to Serpent 1 with the Diclave. Oh no, Serpent 1 acted and reset.
Right.
Now we're at 5 paths.
5 paths. 5 paths.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'm going to leap, sort of like, I don't know what those are called anyway, but I'm going to sort of like cartwheel in the air so that I land in front of Serpent 1. The sword that he's left on the ground. There's, I think, one sword,
A Diclave that he dropped.
Yeah, I'm going to pick it up with my foot, launching it hilt first into his jaw so that I can drive my hand directly into his heart, and then smack under his ribcage with my other one. It's a withering attack.
Okay.
Do you like
I
it?
like
Also ripping the
I like
heart
it.
out. and
2
then
dice,
just-
1,
2, 3, roll back.
2 dice, 1 success, 1 willpower.
Thank you so much.
He is on his point. This is the guy with the Diclave. So he's just going to try to bring one of his arms up to block with his own fist. His defense is 6. Go ahead.
Yep, coming in. I just need to get out of crash, man. That's all I need. Well, it's not all I need. I could also use a hot meal. Nobody sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7 successes.
That's enough. Just roll. Soak is 10.
Yeah. 2.
One dice.
I have an overwhelming of 1.
5 paths, no.
I can't even crash him.
Technically, the guy with the Diclave hasn't acted actually yet, but that's okay.
Okay.
He just dropped his sword and he's not feeling great.
He's not feeling great. I got a
feeling great.
success.
Yay, 5 paths.
Yay!
Great. So 5 paths, that puts you at 2. You are out of crash. And Serpent 1 with the Diclave is now at 1. Nice. Or, sorry, 2. 2. He's at 2. His action is going to be to just pick up his Diclave in his offhand.
Oh, 'cause
he's not as good at it. He's not ambidextrous, so, like, that's fine. But, like, he wastes his action
Guess who is?
going down, pulling this. Oh, God damn it.
What a queen!
I also don't have a broken wrist, just a broken heart.
Oh, no.
Maybe not heart,
And
but next.
you hear
Oh boy.
a howl. Yes. I'm going to roll join battle.
Please.
You're gonna be avenged.
Or eaten.
Either or. Either way,
Okay,
well.
not great. Not great. But the wolf has an initiative of 8.
Better than nothing.
Round. Regain 5. Now you are glowing.
No.
I mean, like you're glowing because there's a lot of lights around here, and it's getting kind of hot in here. But you're glowing, which means that, you're burning. So your anima is blazing brightly, subsuming your cast mark into its radiance, although the mark may reappear when you use powerful charms. Wisps of bright power coil off your body and rise into the air. Anything subjected to your anima may become warm to the touch afterwards, or may take on the faint scent of a summer afternoon. Stealth is impossible for you currently.
Yeah, I mean, it was before.
I'm going to ask you to roll your perception awareness at a difficulty of 5. But this is passive, so you can't spend modes.
Okay, well. Sorry, bud.
Well, she's not at Bonfire. At Bonfire, you'll know.
No, that's only 2.
Okay, so you do not notice this.
Sorry. It's okay.
So you regained your 5 modes, right? That means that Pellio is the one with initiative.
All right.
You're rocking 18.
A lot of initiative.
So, in front of you right now, the unarmed one, the one who you tried to sting and didn't work, he's moving forward, and he's just driving his fist towards a very injured River Jade, who is managing to fight him off. Serpent 1 has just picked up his Diaclave. Serpent 2 is in crash with his short Diaclaves.
Take that.
Wolf is starting to sprint from the tree line as a wolf.
Right.
Pellio, it's your action to go.
I'm behind Serpent 2 because I've just slashed his
That's correct.
Achilles tendons. It's Pellio the Spy Master, and I'm here to shorten your Diaclave. And as I say that, I do an upward stabbing movement into his groin with a decisive attack.
This is, 2 or 1 that you're doing it to?
This is the Serpent 2, so I'm like,
Serpent
it's
2?
an upward stab with slash dance, like aiming directly for his bits and pieces.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shorten your
Waiting
Diaclave.
tackle.
I'm shortening his Diaclave.
Oh, I got it.
And I want to use the humiliate opponent's specialty.
I think that definitely applies.
Yeah.
That's 2 successes. 2 dice, 1 success, 1 willpower.
Also, can I
his-
just say River Jade just kind of
His defense
Ow,
is he's
ow,
going
ow.
to slam his legs shut and twist, trying to rip the sword out of your grasp before you can thrust it all the way up to the mark.
Okay,
See how strong his thighs are.
we'll see about that.
His defense is 6. Go.
Okay, so decisive attack. So
River Jade, you should ready your action
Dex.
because you'll be next.
melee.
Now you do not add your weapon accuracy.
Do not add your weapon accuracy. Can I add
recall
motes or
correctly, right?
willpower? Can I
That's correct.
bump myself?
That is correct.
Yes, sorry.
Can I bump with motes or willpower?
Yes, you can, buddy.
All of them?
Fucking
just all of them.
Just be aware that if you spend more than 5, your cast mark's also going to start going.
Fuck
Maybe
it.
you don't care.
Fuck
I
it.
don't know.
No,
You can also spend from your personal pool if you want.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can,
Oh my god.
you can up to double your dex melee, so...
You can up to double your dex melee, which is 4 plus 7, so 7. All right, 7 motes it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Cast it into the fire.
This is decisive.
So you can
no
spend
accuracy.
7 motes for 7 dice, and you'll at this point be rolling 8 plus 7, which is 15, unless you're also activating other charms.
Yeah, and there's extra success and then the stunt, so yeah, that's about it. Oh, and I'm also activating Excellent Strike for an extra 3 motes.
You also do the thing that I forgot to do, which is your attack gains 1 auto success, and additionally, all 1s are rerolled until 1s no longer appear.
That's excellent strike.
I forgot to do it.
Okay.
Let's look for 1s.
So 1 auto success and then reroll once. Okay. I'm gonna reroll you.
There's a reroll.
And you.
And that one.
And you. And in the meantime, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then
Plus 1 auto success. 7.
plus 1, 7,
I think you added that over there though.
8, 9. 8. 6 plus 2 is 8. Yeah, 8.
Okay, so 8 successes.
Yeah.
8 successes will break his thing. So, by all means, roll your damage, which is 18 dice,
Take that, Serpent, too.
When, can I bump that up in any way?
No.
No. 2, 3, 4,
It's your initiative.
5, 6,
You're
7,
doing
8,
damage
It's
to
high enough
yourself.
9,
already.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay.
And that's why we get multiple sets of dice for Exalted.
So,
That's why this.
Do I get any extra dice for hating Sinus as much as I do?
No.
No, fortunately not.
no, because otherwise then I would give so many dice to so many people.
Right.
Your initiative is set to 3. Let's go.
It's like if wishes were horses. If dice was hatred.
How does the rest of that saying go? If wishes were horses?
What was that?
I think that's how it goes. There it is.
6.
If wishes were horses, we all could ride.
Oh, that's nice.
That's the.
I don't think I've ever said that before, but
My dad was.
maybe
That's
I've just
pretty
been living in a
good.
temple.
7. Okay, well, 7's still quite a bit. 7 is definitely enough for him to question whether his bait and tackle is still intact. The sword is driven up and you can feel the crunch of bone. You've definitely hit your mark. And then you withdraw.
Or does he?
And he drops to one knee. River Jade, it is your action. So that's...
What are you gonna do?
That was Serpent 2, who is injured. Go ahead.
Okay, so, cool. I would like to, kind of like do one of those.
Yeah.
And then spin my hammer, because why not?
Okay, I like why nots.
Yep. And
This
I'm,
is a game of why nots.
and I'm going towards Serpent 2 as well.
Okay, the injured one.
I mean, they're both injured, technically. Serpent 1 and 2.
Well, Serpent 1, yeah, Serpent 1's minor injury.
Okay.
Go.
So I would like to go to Serpent 2 and
Crunch
kind
of
of
bones is pelvis.
and kind of stand. Is he like on the ground? Where is he exactly?
He's still standing because
Yeah.
he got lifted up. And then the sword gets pulled out and his
Cool.
knees buckled a bit, but he's still okay.
So I would like to take my hammer and swing it back and drive it straight into his gut.
And this is
It's a withering.
withering attack. All right. So he's gonna try stumbling back and parrying with his swords. He's definitely not quite on his game, but at the same time, he just sort of is like, okay, I see how it is.
Hate this
So
smug bastard.
his defense is 4.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
And I'll give you 2 dice for your stun.
Is that a willpower as well?
No.
Or no. Okay.
I have said it.
In fact, I'd almost forgotten that we're all about to die. Actually, it's going good.
Yeah.
Good job, you two. Thanks. No, you're making 5 passes real quick. 5 passes like
So
wow.
I got 4.
4? 4 is enough to beat his defense. So you're going to roll your damage, but you have no threshold successes. And remember that his soak is 10.
Fuck's sake is right, Jess.
All right. 10. So I'm rolling 3 dice.
Okay,
Cool.
go for it.
Better than 1.
It is better than 1.
It is true.
I got 1.
Okay.
All right, so River Jade, you are now up to 15, and you're pushing this guy further down the hole, and now he's at minus
And now I would like to just like casually throw my hammer up and catch it with the other hand and smirk at him.
Ah, bitch,
Nah.
yes.
That's a good stunt. That means that next on the list is Serpent 3 and Wolf. Serpent 3 is already in battle, so Serpent 3 is just going to be like, who are you trying to impress? And he's going to try driving his fist into your face again.
Cool.
This is a decisive attack,
Man, hate those.
Isn't this a clash?
not for Wolf. If he was attacking Wolf, it would be. So. But you're right. If he was attacking Wolf, it would be a clash, and that would be super cool. He's not attacking Wolf. He wants to put the Dawn Cast down because the Dawn Cast is scary. I don't know if you've noticed this.
But like, just out of curiosity, in this situation, so they're not attacking each other, it's not a clash, but if Wolf's action was, say, to defend River Jade, who would act first if they're both at initiative 8?
If her action was to defend River Jade,
Yeah.
The thing is that she doesn't have the same charms that she does. So a defend other action is different for her. Anyway, we'll get into that.
Okay.
We've got to move on.
I honestly just couldn't remember how it works in this system.
So, your defense?
Am I allowed to use dipping swallow defense on this?
Dipping swallow defense?
This is the charm.
Removes penalties, I think.
Because I have a wound penalty, yes?
Ignore penalties to parry.
-1?
Yes, you can absolutely use it. So for 2 modes, you'll gain 1 defense back.
Cool. So I'm doing that.
Okay, your defense is back up to 6.
Cool. And I guess I'm adding some more votes.
Okay.
Because, you know, I kind of have to at this
Caravan's gonna be
point.
like, the hell's going on back there?
So you're adding 4 more modes?
Adding 4 modes, which would be 2 to my...
Yes.
There you go.
So then
And
you've
what's
spent
his
a total of
attack?
6.
What's his pool?
Well, I'm not telling you his pool.
Okay, more then.
Okay, so it's now at 9?
Okay, your defense is at 9. And now, my good friend Nix,
Yes.
do you want to describe your anima, please, for us?
Yeah, so it's a violet hue of sparks and anvils, like an anvil coming down and sparks going up into the sky.
Oh.
This attracts the attention of everyone in the caravan. And the person who you're speaking to looks up and she just puts the apple down, just very gently.
Yeah. I will get this to you.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here.
Oh, shit.
You know, what if?
And that's about all the words that we can say for this.
Oh, very nice.
What's your what's your action to defend? You're stunned.
Oh,
if you have
yes.
one.
This is Serpent 3, yes?
Serpent 3.
Who is unarmed.
He's unarmed.
It's
He's
just
just
his
trying to
fist.
smash his meaty fist into your less
Okay.
meaty face.
So I'm gonna try to like step aside so he will move forward and miss me.
Okay, that's a dodge. You're parrying.
Oh yes. Okay. So in parry terms, I would like to just use my strength to grab his fist and do one of these and block it,
All right.
hitting my face.
I'm going to give you 2 because of your initial toss-up with the hammer on the other thing, so that now you're using the other hand to grab his fist. That's pretty cool. So your defense is 11.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm imagining a
And this is where she dies.
No.
We don't know that.
Is this a decisive attack again?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You would be possibly bashing damage. Well,
Ready?
Yeah. I mean, no, but yeah, go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
filthy.
7, 8,
Filthy.
9, 10.
Filthy.
Not 11.
Yay!
Thank you, Unconquered Son.
Which puts his initiative down to 7, and he just snarls because he can't get to you. And that's when the wolf dives in and just leaps up directly at Serpent 3, her fangs bared, and you can see that her fangs are not quite what you would expect a normal wolf's fangs to be. They look sharper,
Nice.
longer, nastier,
Oh God.
All the better to pierce your heart.
silver.
Whoa. Sharp.
Okay. So as she does this, who you just parried, Serpent 3, turns around, and with this startled cry, he's like, "Wait, what?" And he starts stumbling backwards. Damage is coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Serpent 3 now is at 3, and Wolf is now at 12.
That's good.
That means that we are moving on to our good friend, Serpent 1. who is holding his Dieclave in the wrong wrist. You're at 2 and he's at 2, so he's attacking you.
Yes!
Are you
Clash!
attacking him?
Let's go!
So it's a clash.
Yay!
What are you doing?
I would like to use graceful crane stance to leap up into the air and balance on the tip of his sword as it's driving towards me, so I can kick him in the face. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, balance like this, so that I can like wham, 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 wham with my feet.
Move.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, I like it. 2 dice, 1 success, 1 willpower.
A baller.
And he is going to try to take this sword. It's again with his bad hand. He's going to let it drop slightly, and he's just going to try to push it up, swinging it between your legs, much the same way that Pellio did. If you're going to try to jump on the sword,
Humiliate opponent. I love it.
roll it. Remember, this is a clash attack, so whoever gets more successes is the one who succeeds.
You can do it 5 paths.
Thank you. I'll approve this message. One more. Sorry, guys.
I've counted my successes, and I know how many there are. I'm holding it under the table.
Are we
So
gonna have
Nix, you can look at it if you want.
fun?
Gotcha.
We're gonna have a really fun
Roger
River
that.
Jade.
success. Sorry.
Roger that.
Imagine you showed us 2 different results.
I mean, that would be interesting, right?
Showed you something really high.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
2 hands, baby.
What the fuck? 5 paths.
13 to 4, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait,
Okay.
I only saw 3 and I
I
got
did
really
this, yeah.
scared.
We were like,
So,
did the 10 behind
13 to
my
4
back.
means that that's 8 threshold successes. Remember that his soak is 12. Or no, 10. 10. It's Serpent 1, Serpent 1. So,
but I will. Okay. We lost him, guys.
so that means that of your threshold successes, right? So you basically
I
lose them and then
lose
2
them.
more of your damage pool, and then you can roll.
Cool.
As your foot makes contact with his jaw. Go for it.
Oh, thank God, something is happening. 4 successes.
4
That's 5
successes.
paths.
5 paths, you're up to 7.
And isn't that the guy
And-
who crashed?
No,
Hit.
it's not. I know. I'm so disappointed. But
it-
I'm also
crash,
very
wasn't it?
excited.
3?
No.
There's 2.
No, it's 2.
Just 2. You're fucking 2.
Yeah,
the
2's got to
worst.
go, man.
But that means that he has. This means that he has been crashed, which means that you are going to gain an additional 5, which means that you're now up to 12.
Okay. Next round, guys. We can do this.
The last person to act is Serpent 2, the injured one with his 2 Dieclaves. He is going to attempt to disengage. He's running.
Can I contest this with a rush?
Yes.
I would like to do so.
Then let's find out. Roll your rush, please.
I will.
You
I have a lot of that.
show-
and I think I can reroll.
show on
the
either side
success.
here. This is how many successes he has on his
Got it.
disengage. So a disengage means that he's going to attempt to run away from everybody. He's trying to make sure that he can't get away. If he fails, then Serpent 2 is going to move 1 range band away, so you won't be in combat with you. Well, he won't be in direct melee stance with you. But if he succeeds, then he's trapped. So let's go. How many successes?
I do. Yay! I can reroll some things. No. That's nice.
Number of successes.
5.
Beats is 4.
Nice one.
You keep him there.
I just rush alongside him. I'm like, no. Hey. You want to go this way? No, you want to go this way?
I'm so attractive. You can't look away.
Just rush up and he's like,
All right.
God, he's so hot.
Nix.
Hello.
Hi.
Or, what if there's only one survivor? And it's you. You're the one survivor.
I can't take that risk.
You don't know what happened to your compatriots, but you come back with what you needed.
And she starts to walk with you. So round 5 motes.
Thank God.
I'm walking at a pretty brisk pace.
I imagine that you would be. I mean, also, it wouldn't be out of place if you ran. There's a beacon of anvil fire.
I'll start running.
It is going to take you a couple of rounds to get there, though.
Sounds good.
So, River Jade, you have 15 initiative.
Okay. So.
You're in a. I'll point out that you, Five Paths, and Wolf all have high initiative. Pellio is been reset down to 3,
Yeah.
and they are at 3, -2, and -1.
Finish them. Their hardness is
but-
at 0 when they're in crash, if I recall correctly. Am I making this up? Something's wrong when
Gabe.
they're in clash.
No, that sounds right. It's just I
Is
don't know
that
if that
true?
would count about armor though. Like I feel like armor.
Sorry?
Would still apply.
Is that true? Their
Is what
hardness is at 0 if they're in crash?
Yes, hardness is always at 0 if you're in crash. That's why it's good to put people in crash.
Right.
Cool.
Also, the negatives just look awesome.
There's also certain charms that you can't use.
Right.
Okay. Serpent 3. Nope, Serpent 2. I hate him.
But he's further away, right? Serpent 2?
Serpent 2 is the one who was trying to.
Okay,
he's
so
the one who's
with
trying
five
to
paths.
run and couldn't.
Okay, so I'm
His
going to
five paths
Serpent 3
stopped
then.
him. Okay.
I would like
King speed.
to. Am I still like holding his fist, or did he take it back?
You can. I'll let you say that you're still holding his fist for the purposes of this. Go ahead.
Cool. So I would like to, while I'm holding his fist, I would then like to use my hammer to hit him like towards the gut again.
Okay. Is this a decisive or a withering attack?
It is withering.
Okay, it's a withering attack. I'm going to give you 2 extra dice for that. He's just going to try to roll himself back in an attempt to avoid the hammer. His defense is 5.
Okay.
Make your roll. In the meantime, 5 paths.
Yeah. I'm going to. We're getting our hate on for Serpent 2, so I'm going to leap away. I'm going to attempt to
Spending one
grapple
more.
3.
So the same one that River Jade is
Oh
attempting.
no, sorry.
No.
You're
You've
with
got
2.
Yes. So then yes. Sorry, that's the one. I'm going to attempt to grapple Serpent 2.
Okay.
Having stopped him in his tracks, I'm going to reach down, reaching my arm through his legs to sort of entrap his lower leg, pulling him off his feet, in order to grapple him. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a grapple. You can roll your gambit, please. Remember that you have to make a decisive attack against him and hope that it succeeds. His defense is... he's the one who's injured, so his defense is 4.
Okay.
River Jade.
8.
Okay, 8 successes is enough to hit him. His soak is 12.
Okay. So with my thing, it would be 3 plus 13. So I'm rolling 4 dice. Yes.
Yes.
And
Uh,
yes.
Pellio, you're going to be up soon. Wolf is going to act.
I got 2.
2? All right, so then that's going to put him down. Serpent 3 is now at 1.
Oh, what am I doing?
And River Jade, you are at 18.
118.
Yeah, 118. That's totally where you are.
Thanks, Kate.
Wolf is going to take this opportunity to attack Serpent 3 once more, just trying to attack you. Although this time she's going to, as he arcs his back to try to get it out of the way of your hammer, she's just going to jump up onto the back of his back, loop her paws around, and then just savage at his head. Ugh. This is a decisive
Werewolf move.
So into it. I love it. I love it.
Is the moon out? No.
8 a.m.
Sun's out, guns out.
Yes.
There.
Got way too many successes. It's ridiculous.
Great. So she does manage to succeed in this attack. The teeth start going into the back of his head, and he starts to bleed from behind it, but it isn't terribly serious. He's minorly injured.
And not in crash.
No, he's not in crash because he didn't. She didn't
It was
do a
it was
withering
a
attack.
decisive attack, right?
Yeah. She's leaving that joy for someone else. Pellio, it's your action.
So Slash Dance is covered in all sorts of bodily fluids.
What a feeling.
That is horrifying.
I flip it around to, because I'm holding the hilt like this, so it's now in a kind of downward stabbing move.
Okay, by the way, you've lost your character at this point because you're using melee.
Yeah,
to effect.
That's fine.
So-
I'm happy with no longer being
Yep.
Borthwick. I'm very much
He
Pellio
announced he
again.
was Pellio.
Hi, Pellio!
I'm so Pellio.
Yeah. I'm going for Serpent 2 as well.
Okay.
I want to finish Serpent 2. I'm leaping in the air, and I'm downward stabbing onto the neck area.
Okay, is this a withering or decisive
It's a
attack?
decisive attack.
Okay, go ahead.
For what it's worth, my grapple gambit has succeeded against Serpent 2,
Okay,
so
so you
we
can't
can
defend.
roll control, but I'm mostly just holding him.
I'm just gonna let this.
Yeah,
guy
I'm gonna hold him for this guy.
Are you planning on doing any damage to him? Because you get an action to attempt it.
Yes, true. Can I see how this plays out?
Yeah, sure.
I'm adding motes to my dice, to my pool for the attack.
Okay.
And then,
But he can't really defend against you. So right now you just have to get one success to successfully get him.
okay.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I got one success. I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
It doesn't matter the
Five, right.
So you're going to roll. Since he's in crash, his hardness doesn't apply. So roll 3 dice for damage,
Okay.
and you were set to 3.
1.
Okay, he's 1 level above incapacitated. So if you wanted to, I can just say that you can incapacitate him at this point.
Yes.
Without even a roll. Do you want to kill him, or do you want him to pass out?
No, I would. 5 Pats would put pressure on his windpipe to knock him out.
Okay, Serpent 2's out of the fight, but is not dead. Close to dead. Most of his health levels are
I'll protect him with my life.
done.
No, don't. He put you in crash, man.
Stabbed me.
So did my mentor.
Serpent 1 and Serpent 3 are going to attempt to flee. Does anyone want to attempt to
Yep.
Yeah, I want to attempt to
keep
stop
him
him.
here?
So
Okay, so it's your rush if you have that written down on your sheets.
Yep, I do.
I don't have it.
It's
It's
8.
Dex Athletics, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, I know I'm
Okay.
not mistaken.
Roll, remember
Dex
that you have a
athletics.
wound penalty
Right.
of 1.
I can spend 1 die.
So I'm assuming that you're going to go for a different one each. So you're with Serpent 3, you're with Serpent 1. Go.
Okay.
I'm doing the same.
I spent 1 die.
I'm going to
but-
rule that you can't.
Oh,
You
because
were in
I
grapple.
was doing something.
Yeah,
That's true.
and
Okay.
you know, like snapping his neck, but not quite.
I spent 1 die just to like
Sure.
negate the wound penalty,
Sure.
essentially.
Go
I got
ahead.
2 successes.
2 successes. I'll see if that works on him. I didn't roll for him. I rolled for the guy that River Jade's up against.
I got 5.
Okay, River Jade, you protect him. For Pellio, you rolled 2.
Yeah.
I only rolled 1. So you both keep him in the fight.
I hack him to pieces.
Both of them throw their hands up. We surrender. The diclave falls to the ground.
We're still in combat though, so we still have to follow the right.
Now they're doing this, so now it's up to you. You can choose what to do.
I charge at. Sorry, which one is the one that's closest to me?
Serpent 1 is closest
Serpent
to
1.
you.
I run rush.
Wait,
At.
can I interrupt?
Sure.
You can choose to ignore me.
Technically,
though,
she
if you
has
want.
way more initiative than you, so yes.
Okay.
Okay. Wait.
Okay.
By the way, regain 5 bones.
Ooh.
Thanks. I didn't actually need to spend these, but that's okay.
They feel good.
You surrender. Take your diclave away from you.
The diclave is on the ground, like you dropped it.
I want it further away from him. I want him
you want him to kick
specifically
it?
to kick it towards me, but like towards like beside me.
But not in like a cool way where he kicks a dieclave and it like slices your head off as it
No.
goes spinning through the air.
No,
That's not what you want?
that's not what I want.
Okay, so he kicks the dieclave away. And now, if you want to start doing something, you can do this.
The one that's closest to me is Serpent 1.
Servant 1, the one who just kicked
The one who just kicked the dieclave.
We should find out what they know, why they're here.
Easier to do when there's only one of them. And I walk over to one, and I drive slash dance.
You can interfere with this action if you want.
She's not going to.
And I think we'll end the session
I think I have to roll limit.
He's not innocent. Definitely gonna have to roll limit.
Because he surrendered.
Yeah, that's 4 dice for your limit, I believe. Because
He surrendered.
yeah,
and
he
I'm
surrendered.
not doing it.
So 4.
So,
Please. Are we gonna break? No.
I got 1.
Okay, so add 1 limit, but we're gonna end the session there.
Yes! Nyx arrives on the scene, bodies everywhere. River Jade's roided out. Wow, I had nothing to do with this for once.
She's like
Melts
very
back into the
I
glowing.
mean, also Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Wow, guys, that was something.
I agree.
huh?
I would agree with that.
Please keep track of how many motes you've spent because we are coming back to this and that might be an issue. Just mark it down on your. Actually, you can tell me at the end of the session. I'll put it on your sheets so that people can see.
Cool.
Yep. Folks, it's up to you to determine what the decision point of the session was. You can throw your suggestions in chat now. And in the meantime, we're going to go around the table and find out what the fuck just happened.
Pellio was going towards which dude?
Pellio was going towards Serpent 1.
Okay.
So, Liz, what did you learn?
Nyx is doing. Nyx has her own stuff going on, and she's doing what she can outside of battles, as well as inside of battles.
Cool.
Doing what she can to do what?
Pellio?
Who knows?
Pellio envies 5 Paths' ability to disappear, to no longer exist.
Oh man.
He envies Wolf's ability to be something else, to transform, to shapeshift. He, Pellio doesn't want to be Pellio anymore.
That's like really moving. It's really moving.
Yeah.
Scott?
5 Paths knows that Zio is the key to him learning more about the first stage and about how essence works. He doesn't know how yet.
Also, when Zio didn't participate in this fight.
Say again?
Zio
did
didn't
not.
participate in the fight.
That's right. She went wait, and
Yep.
I assume she's just like
And
rusted,
yep,
frozen.
she's literally just standing there frozen.
Just in the corner.
River Jade?
River Jade is learning that she can't save everyone all the time.
And also that she doesn't want.
Yeah, I actually have a question.
That is-
Is River Jade okay? River Jade clearly doesn't like to kill, right? We've established this. But is River Jade okay with letting other people do the killing?
She's not okay with it.
I didn't. Okay, maybe not okay, but
But I think she's blinded by the fact that they're her, like she considers them her friends. So I think she's kind of starting to come around to that, I guess.
it's kind of cute. Kind of
Kind of
dangerous.
cute that she's willing to let her friends murder.
I mean, I'm a storyteller, so like basically, Pellio doesn't want to be Pellio. That's kind of cute. I can work with that. You're okay with your friends committing murder, but not really, but kind of okay with it. I can do something with that. Like these are all things that I can
Yeah.
enjoy with. That's fine.
She's not comfortable with this feeling, though, if I can put it out there. It's like, okay, yeah, all right. Cool.
I mean, you know.
Cool.
Five Paths,
Yes.
is that you writing things down in your journal?
That's right. I'm writing everything down that happened in the session in the handy-dandy Journal of 5 Paths.
So is that possible then that we'd be able to actually get from the Journal of Five Paths next session?
Yes. I don't want to promise in case, 5 Paths vanishes again or something, but like, yes.
Please don't. We need
Next
him
week.
right now.
The Journal of 5 Paths. I can't wait. I have to find cool ways of describing things now. In flowy calligraphy.
Amir, Pellio has been through a lot before game even started.
Yeah.
Pellio has been through a lot since game has started. What would it take for Pellio to feel good about Pellio?
I think Pellio needs to realize that Pellio can't be Pellio anymore. Like, I think he's realizing that.
But does that mean that Pellio can be a different Pellio?
Possibly, but he might need to find a new name.
Hey, I can help you with that, bud.
True.
I mean, how could he be another Pellio unless it's a,
Yeah.
he's placed his stamp, his imprint on Pellio so much that to have another Pellio, I just think he's getting a bit sick of himself.
Yeah.
And like I said, he wants to. That's why he performs, because he gets to be somebody else for a little while, and to see the way Wolf transforms, and to see the way Five Paths can just vanish. Like, I think he's yearning for oblivion himself.
Wow.
Not to want to turn you all into a shrink, but I think that's to be discussed.
Yeah. No, I think that's fascinating. Like the idea that the Unconquered Sun exalts people who can do something with the power that they are offered, but and will, right? The idea is that they're not going to just be like, rather have pizza, or whatever.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
but then,
I'd rather have pizza.
Yeah, I
A
know.
Five Paths Ascending story.
but make it multigrain.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
So bland. He's so bland.
I mean, like, I'm okay with that, but at the same
for
time,
sure.
like,
Oh. But
like you're already eating pizza.
Let loose, man.
Bleached flour.
I just-
All right, folks, your decision point vote is
Yeah.
active. Your options are Nyx creates a copy, Pellio forgets his lover's names, and River Jade takes a sword to the gut and still stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's vote 0,
Rock
1,
on.
0, 1, or 2.
It's gonna take a while for that to heal.
Yeah.
I have to
Do you
invest
have
in some
body
charms.
mending meditation?
Might have to,
I highly recommend it.
That'd be a thing to look into buying.
especially for RJ here.
That one's a handy charm for a Doncaster.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Body
So-
mending.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna throw 5 normal experience at you because that's what I do. I'm also gonna point out that 5 Paths, you endangered potentially the group with your thirst of knowledge.
Oh.
By
By introducing Zio and people were worried about that, but you still went ahead. But everybody else let you do it. So I'm going to say that that's 2 solar experience for all of you this session.
Thank you.
There were no achievements hit, despite the fact that it was a...
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Sorry to interrupt your flow. I believe I might have unlocked achievements last session that we didn't actually get to talk about.
Yes. You unlocked 2 achievements, so you would have had an extra 2 experience last session.
Right.
The 2 achievements that you unlocked were Mature Audience,
Right.
for the first sexual encounter in-game,
Right.
and the Bone Zone, the
Nice.
first multiple partner encounter
I'm so pleased.
in the game.
That's really, it's nothing to.
Sweet. So that's
By a landslide, it looks like it's River Jade takes a sword to the gut and still stands
yeah.
as today's decision
Congratulations.
If it had been Pellio doesn't remember his lover's name.
Yeah.
What game are you watching?
Yeah. Seriously.
The good one. Oh, okay.
I mean, the groin stab was a moment personally for him, but
That'll be for the merch, though.
but-
Groin stab.
point. Stab.
I'm gonna
That was a while ago.
shorten your.
That's a play we're not allowed to say.
Shorten
It's
your
Shorten your
diclave.
die.
Hey, how's sinus? Oh, shorten your diclave.
Diclave. There
And
you
then on the
go.
back, it's you going. And there's like a person on your sword, like.
Oh my god.
Just exclamation marks above their head.
You know, the great thing about this channel is that it's got a fantastic Discord server, and you need to be on that Discord server because there is conversation on that Discord server about everything that's happened in this game. You can find it at the link below, and I'm sure someone's gonna. It's already in chat. Look at that. That cool. I've got some cool people in front of me, and you can follow all of them on Twitter. That information is also below. You'll be able to see that there. But there isn't even all that Beanduck has to offer. What's going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have friend request from 6 to 8 p.m. and then we have depth of field at 9.
Wednesday?
Wednesday we have cosplay game, 6:30. All right, yeah.
I like that. I like hearing all of that.
So much.
Lick your wounds well.
Oh boy.
Because
I don't think this is done.
it might not be done. It may very well not be done. We have a beaconing solar. So. So we'll see. But
She had to.
terrible as the dawn.
Does it just sound like clanging?
Don't
above your head?
forget
Clanging.
your initiative.
Yes.
So you
Don't forget our initiative.
You still have that?
It's been saved,
Oh.
is my understanding.
I think mine.
Yeah.
all right. Folks, it was great to play with you.
Yeah.
It was great to play with you. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Fuck. Just
That's it, eh?
I don't know how I could be like, I knew that there was going to be combat this session, and then Pellio just walks back and he's like, oh yeah, Jacob, and I'm like, oh, man, like, and I knew like at some point, like, am I going to have Jacob just like show up and just be like, I don't know, maybe it wasn't that good.
How dare you, sir?
Yeah, you should
Then
have
there
made.
would have been
You
combat.
should have made him
Yeah.
roll over how good it was.
I didn't make him roll for